Alright, okay. Y'all like this wallpaper of Kay Faraday taking a selfie? I found a high-resolution one. Speaking of, her teenage girl selfie-taking ways helped us very immensely in the first part of this game. Welcome to part 2 of Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations Prosecutor's Path. We completed the tutorial story of this game just last night, and hopefully things get more complex from here, because at this point I'm like overthinking things and getting answers wrong because I'm like, oh, he has a mole on his forehead? That's a laser sight. Why don't they already know that? Don't worry, we're good. So, yeah, let's continue it. We left off on a little bit of a cliffhanger because we don't actually know who attempted a murder on the president of Zangfa. What? It could be Shelley Day Killer. It could be Nicole Smith. I doubt it, though. But I somehow think Shelley Day Killer's alibi also checks out, so who did it? Was it me? I don't think it was me. Let's find out. Let's continue playing. I don't know if this counts as case 2 already, but either way, the truth shall make it be known. Let's go. Turnabout target. End. From chapter start. Why is it not controller? Hello? The death of the bodyguard, Ethan Rook, and the arrival of Shelley the Killer. I literally was using this controller on the title screen. What's going on? Give me a second. I need to kick my Nintendo DS. Yes, that's what's going on. I need to restart the DS. Okay, this happened when I was playing Dragon Quest V. Don't worry. Send in the clowns. We're good. Play us off, Edgeworth. The death of the bodyguard, Ethan Rook, and the arrival of Shelley the Killer. A new development in this case has come to light. Under Knightley's direction, the door of the president's plane was opened. After the paramedics attending Mr. Rook left, we set foot inside the plane, one by one. Oh, he must have bled out right then and there. You shall be missed, sir. Even though I don't even know you, but apparently Day Killer does. Hoo. March 25th, 4:15, President's Plane Office.
Oh my, where would the president be?
Who knows?
It seems he's just behind that door. Still a coward, I see.
I mean, doesn't he still have the assignment to kill the president? I know he had to let him in here, but yeah, don't open that door. Don't let him in. You think he'd just show himself in front of a hitman? Not a chance.
Didn't I tell you already? My purpose here is simply to investigate the case. Well then, Mr. Prosecutor, we await your examination of the body.
Right. For now, I have no choice but to obey and continue the investigation. The rest is up to Detective Gumshoe. I'm counting on you. We set Gumshoe away to find evidence. Surround the plane. Make sure Day Killer cannot escape. He's wanted for other reasons, after all. Let's see how that turns out. The attempted assassination of the president became the murder of a bodyguard. It looks like you could use some help, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I don't deny it, but... See? Exactly! If that's the case, then it can't be helped. Just leave it to the great thief, Kay Faraday. I'd rather leave it to the little thief. Right. You know, the little toy she's got that can recreate a crime scene. You know, I saw this comic because, you know, a lot of Ace Attorney comics coming up during the month of June for some reason. I saw this comic where there was some sort of, like, mess going on in Edgeworth's office. Like, everything was in disarray. And Kay was like, let's recreate the crime scene. Don't worry, Edgeworth. I'll find out who did this to you. And then Edgeworth is like, no, Kay. The little holograms pop up. Whoop. And a silhouette in blue and a silhouette in red are ferociously making out on Edgeworth's desk. Gee, I wonder who those are. I wonder. Man, I wish I could find that again. That's funny. Right. So, are you saying you can solve this case? Nope. Good. Said with such certainty. I mean, I appreciate her conviction. Instead, I'll stick to being your support. Right. Let's get straight to the investigation. Manoka Pride is right. We need to buy time for police to prepare. I'll need to draw out this investigation for as long as I can. President's plane. Office. Inspect everything and everything. Excuse me, gas masks? Are you my mummy? 2 gas masks lay on the table, ready to protect against poison gas attacks. The president seems to be quite fearful of assassinations. So, I mean, that fear worked out for him. He's alive now. So this is the rumored gas mask. This is my first time seeing the real thing. You've never seen one? I suppose that's kind of a good thing. Like, has anybody out there in chat seen a gas mask in real life ever? I've not seen one, but I do have a painter's mask I use for painting my Gundams. It's like the same thing, it just doesn't have the eye part. Rumored among the great thieves. No, the Jammy Ninja, the children's program. Oh, starring Jack Hammer. About that. Like, no, he doesn't star Jack Hammer. Who's the guy? And who's the guy who plays Jammy Ninja? I forgot. Jack Hammer's the guy that died in Ace Attorney 1. Like, he's not playing anything. During Princess Viola's wedding ceremony, the poison-tongued ninja Salmon Koal. I should stop listening to her so seriously. It never seems to pay off. Yeah, but like, expand your horizons, Edgeworth. You can't just watch Steel Samurai all the time. Watch more Tokusatsu. It's an inflatable lifeboat with an oar sitting on top. Looks like it's ready to be used at any time. Hey, there's only one oar. Well, I guess you could try to paddle with your hands. I mean, you could. So, oh, I'm sorry, Nicole. We're just trying to find the truth. It's nothing against you. I'm sorry for accusing you. Man. Your friend has a bunch of gothic end-of-the-world clothes and a gas mask. Oh, man, that makes me think that your friend could cosplay... Who's the person? Maria Gori? From Great Ace Attorney? Look her up. I like her aesthetic so much. It ain't me. I'm just a journalist. All I wanted was a scoop. I never killed nobody. Well, you still haven't told us why you concealed that parka from us. Well, that's because I thought y'all would get suspicious. That's the problem. We are suspicious. Is that really the only reason? You gotta believe me, Mr. Prosecutor. I didn't do nothing. And I won't tell you not to worry. But there's no need to be overly frightened. If you truly are innocent, I swear I will prove it. Yeah! My mentor does believe in me. For the last time, Miss Swift, I'm not your mentor. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Mr. Prosecutor, you'll always be my second mentor. It's not quite what I meant. You know what? Just fine. Just let it go. Here, you want to feel better? Here, have my badge. Just look at it. It's so shiny. With the truth. Not pro yet. Thank you for the resub. Welcome back to the Chicken Coop. Grab a nest, get comfy, and enjoy the emotes. Ace Attorney time, baby. Yeah, this is Investigations 2, the game that never came over here. I'm happy to be playing it. Grab a nest, get comfy, and enjoy. Do you want a scoop of ice cream? Oh yeah, ask Shelly the Killer. He's an ice cream salesman. The prosecutor presents his shiny pointy badge and asks, how about a nice cold glass of water? Where did that come from? I said no such thing. The detective adds, or would you prefer some grape juice instead, pal? What are you talking about? Oh, I'm just getting ready for the real deal. My interrogation. Oh, in an interrogation room. Look, no. Prosecutors don't handle the interrogations. Yeah, and defense attorneys and prosecuting attorneys don't handle the investigations, yet here we are, Edgeworth. Alright, let's keep looking at stuff. Is this luggage? It's an assortment of protective gear, from bulletproof vests to hazmat suits. Wow, there's even a spacesuit! How prepared are these people? The president seems to be very protective of himself. That's not Edward's voice. I'm slipping into Herlock Sholmes. The president seems very protective of himself. But what happens if he gets shot and then gets exposed to poison gas? And then on top of all that, he gets ejected into space? He would probably wear everything that you see here. That would be a sight to see. Speaking of a sight to see, I like to see Soul Sapphire raiding on in. Noe, how you doing? Can we get a shout out for Soul Sapphire? Welcome to the investigation. We're checking out this murder. Well, it was an attempted murder, but then it turned into a murder because the person's bodyguard, well, let's just say he did his duty. F in the chat for that guy. He's on the floor right now. Sorry if you don't like the sight of blood, but he's just kind of there. Welcome to Ace Attorney. We're figuring out the mystery. How was Monster Hunter, Soul? I forgot. Did you get it on PC? More Capcom. I'm seeing so many people playing Capcom games. It's wonderful. Capcom's doing something right these days, at least. I am going to get Monster Hunter Rise on PC. I've decided, even though I have it on Switch, like, I'm getting a Steam Deck. I want to play it with friends on PC. Yeah. Onslaught, what's up? Chibi Gamer, thanks for shouting out Soul Sapphire. Slipping into Sholmes is your favorite X-rated reality TV show? Oh no, and look, Sholmes invented TV just to make his own X-rated TV show. Like, there were no ratings back then. That's why he could do whatever he wants. It's, you know, part of it's part of the deductive process. Oh, Sholmes. He would totally. Got on Switch, also buy on PC. Heck yeah, I guess I'm doing it. Welcome on in, and everybody get comfy. Thanks for the raid, and we'll definitely have everybody enjoying the plot. Let me know if anybody wants the summary of what's going on. Just let me know and I'll tell you all the deets. The internal and external views of the plane are being monitored by these monitors. That is what they do. What is that? What is that on the left? Is that like a platypus? What are you? What's this thing? Oh, that's the president's precious stuffed animal. I don't really get it, but it's some kind of keepsake. Don't touch it. Precious? That's unexpected. Hey, it kind of looks like there's been a break-in. Indeed, the area it stands on does look a bit unnatural. Are those glass shards underneath the stuffed animal? This unnatural empty space. Perhaps... was there another monitor here? Oh. Yeah, because that doesn't look like a feed of a stuffed animal. That's just a stuffed animal. Why is it here? Can I look closer? The Minister of Fluffy Friends. Oh, I see. There's more than one political target on this plane. They must all be protected. It's the president's precious stuffed animal. It seems to be a memento of some kind. Glass shards are fallen underneath. Aye, that was important last time in the first game. It's underneath, which means that it was placed there after the monitor was broken. This monitor shows what's happening in this room. They've got some pretty good tech. Is that so? I don't know much about these types of things. It even captures the fine lines around your eyes, Mr. Edgeworth. Oops, my bad. Those are the usual wrinkles on your forehead. Okay. Is that all you wanted to say? I'll have you know, those are wrinkles of experience. Everyone tells a story. Like this is the one I got when Phoenix Wright destroyed my case about the man in the elevator. This is from when Phoenix Wright destroyed my case about the murder happening in two places at once. This is when Phoenix Wright... Okay, I get it. I'm glad you understand. These monitors show the cockpit and exterior. Nothing out of the place? Okay. The fact that I can look at each one makes me want to anyway. Let me see if there's anything new. Because you know this is the type of game that, like, oh look, one monitor is slightly different, therefore I miss out on a clue if I don't. Yeah, there you go. This monitor shows an external view of the airplane. He's still holding him hostage. Come on, relax, dude. I'm not doing anything in here.
He must have wanted to know exactly when and where his enemies would attack. Well, against an opponent such as myself, this is all meaningless.
Huh? You mean you can sneak onto the plane without being seen by the security cameras?
Yes, I play a lot of Metal Gear Solid.
How do you do it? Please teach me, Master.
Well, first you use a cardboard box.
Don't fraternize with the enemy, Kay.
Kay, who are you calling Master? And what are you trying to get him to teach you?
Edgeworth acting like a dad. I'm sorry. It's just, as a great thief, I felt like I couldn't let this chance slip away.
I'm terribly sorry, but it is against my policy to accept any students.
I see. That's too bad.
What do you mean that's too bad?
Okay, please do not be corrupted by actual criminals. You sure Phoenix has all kinds of effects on Edgeworth's body? Oh yes, just some of them we can't talk about in a T-rated game. You know some Ace Attorney games are rated M? They might be able to talk about that there.
These monitors show the cockpit.
Yes.
This monitor shows an external view of the airplane. Indeed, he was a prudent man and quite foolish as well, to think that he would use such toys to challenge the killer.
Master, please teach me your strategies for avoiding security cameras.
Kay, enough already.
I'm sorry. Maybe next time then.
There won't be a next time.
Try all you might, Edgeworth. You cannot stray her from her path. Life preserver. The art, yeah, I think it's specifically Dual Destinies. I'm not exactly sure why. I can't think of much that happens in Dual Destinies that's specifically M-rated. Like, there's use of guns in that game. But there's use of guns in a lot of Ace Attorneys. There's grape juice, which is not wine. It's not even censored. It's literally grape juice in the game. There's always a lot of blood. Maybe it's because there's bombs? Yeah, that game's story has, like, a bombing in it. I don't know if that's, like, any different, but I don't know. I need to play that game again.
A sturdy life preserver rests against the table. It is an essential life-saving tool. I suppose this is a precaution in case someone accidentally falls into the ocean.
The ocean, huh? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, how about we go together sometime? The ocean, not the beach.
If you want to go, just go by yourself.
Aw, don't be such a party pooper. Let's go visit the ocean. Ooh, me that. Think about the hot dogs and the shaved ice. It'll be delicious. I don't want to think about hot dogs right now. Not samurai dogs.
You just want to go to the ocean to eat.
She didn't deny it. Is this a parrot? Can we interrogate it? It is because of the bomb? Okay, that does make sense. Makes sense. With regards to... I was gonna say... Oh, no, Edgeworth's accent. I think I'm... Even now, after having played the entire first investigations, I'm fleshing it out more. What I like about what I'm doing here is... I've really learned what the difference between Mid-Atlantic and British. There's a lot of enunciation. There's a lot of purposeful pronunciation of words and letters. And trilling of R's sometimes.
Next to the riot shield, there is a canary in a cage.
Aw, it's so cute! I want one to be my partner.
Partner?
Of course! You can help me open locks and do other odd jobs like the crime scene.
About train an actual crow or raven.
A great thief should always use nature to her advantage.
I've heard of canaries being used to detect poison gas. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Is that an actual thing? I know the poison gas thing is a thing, but being trained to do tricks? Alright, what's suspicious? I like this lion dog. It kind of reminds me of Nigel Thornberry. I don't know why.
Smashing. A strange decoration based off some strange animal is staring at me with its strange eyes.
There's a lever on this statue. See, right here on its butt.
That would be most unforgivable.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything like it.
That lever most likely operates the trapdoor underneath my feet.
Huh.
Then, that hatch is actually a pitfall trap. I do hope you understand it would be in your best interest not to pull that lever.
When a killer talks about your best interest, it would be wise to do as he says. You know that's gonna get pulled at some point. Also, this is on a plane. What if it got pulled while, you know, the president was standing in the middle of the room? Would be a very bad idea. Are these some sort of official documents? I know it's a bit rude, but let's take a peek inside. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's a different version of the security plan. Why, we must be able to repel any attack from the lake. Why do... The other one said something along those lines, too. Like, they really cared about attacks from the lake, extra attention to the lake area. I wonder what they were expecting. President's top priority, undercover agents. There were undercover agents? Why didn't they help? This seems to be a security plan. Ah! This looks like the one we found earlier in the trash can. And as you can see, Rook is on the right this time. Yes, it does. But what's this? Something seems out of place. Definitely a lot more undercover agents. Let me think here. Wine Rib, nice sixth. Pull the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever! I'm gonna connect these just in case they do something. Okay, they don't. That's what I expected. The pieces don't fit together quite right. That's alright. I'm gonna recover that after this investigation anyway. Alright, so I don't have what I need to deduce on this yet, I think. Hello? What's happening? Oh, I accidentally pressed something. This was luckily a premeditated crime. I don't think we have what we need yet. Let's stop! What is happening? Controller? Okay. Bulletproof vest. That's a heavy looking vest. It looks very thick. It's like standing up. I don't know how thick an actual bulletproof vest is, and I, you know, hope to never know. You know? But still though. How you doing, Wine Rib? You enjoying some Ace Attorney? You haven't missed much. We just started the second case at, you know. But it's an extension of the first. Don't worry. We're looking around. The president's clothes must be made from some special fabrics. Yeah, vacuum sealed fabric. Did you see that, man? Indeed. It's to protect against bullets. Wow! It even does that? Naturally. This is a bulletproof vest, after all. Well, there's a bullet in it. Or a bullet hole. Ah, so that's what it is. This is the first time I've ever seen one. That's a good thing. You could have said something earlier. That really surprised me. It's a collection of colorful personal security alarms. They all seem to have been used before. Oh, I thought it was like a bunch of Tamagotchis. They do kind of look egg-shaped. The president, he sure is a nice guy. He bought these security alarms to protect his wife and kids. Then why would he leave them all here? It's obvious that they're for his own personal use. Yeah, why aren't they with his wife and kids? Objection! A single person can't carry that many security alarms. I'm sure they can. Because a person only has 2 hands. Why can't they carry all of these security alarms? That objection is worth 0 points. If I were a judge, I would give a penalty, but I am nice like that. Can I examine the vest closely? It's a bulletproof vest. You wear it to protect yourself from bullets. There seems to be a bullet stuck in here. Are you narrating that okay? Oh, good. I don't have to do all the work myself. What was that all of a sudden? I've always wanted to describe things like you do. Oh. Calling me out like a game pro tag? Hey, I don't talk like that. Yeah, kinda do. You kinda do. Doing good. Bedtime soon. Ah, well, have a nice chill. While I connect my thoughts by connecting the dots. I kind of want to connect assassination intent and bulletproof vest. I might be doing this prematurely, but let's see. Nope, okay. So if this was the president's desk, I feel like we need to find a piece of logic that'll prove that first. And that way we know that one of the two shots actually did hit the president. Stop with the I don't know why. My controller keeps pressing the logic button. That's pressing L. I'm not, my finger's not on the L at all. All right, let's look at Mr. Rook. What was in this suitcase, I wonder? See that? Was it a Blue Eyes White Dragon card? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. What is this? Oh, that's a chair. So interesting. The bullet went straight through the victim's body. Oh! That must be the same bullet that went into the bulletproof vest. No. Oh no. Unfortunately, he was hit in an area his bulletproof vest didn't cover. So that means the other vest is the president's. Well, it's good that he survived, but poor Rook. It really seems like a well-aimed shot. The cause of death was most likely blood loss. The bleeding has stopped. I think he lost it all. You know, just my hunch. I'm no detective, but that's my thoughts on the matter. The paramedics were called to treat Mr. Rook, right? I'm afraid they didn't make it in time. Isn't this Los Angeles? Shouldn't there be like a hospital nearby? It seems the victim also carried a gun. Did he try to shoot something? He may have drawn it out instinctively to return fire. We need to check to see if the gun has fired any bullets. That is a good point. It's still fully loaded, like Herbie. You ever watched Herbie Fully Loaded, Kay? No. Okay. Well, it's a good movie. You should see it. There's no evidence of any shots being fired. This gun is also from Zengfa, right? Yeah. We were always issued the same model revolver. Oh, that sounds like a important point. It might mean that if we need to ever look at Knightley's gun, we have something to compare it to. The victim is Ethan Rook. He was the president's bodyguard. After hearing the gunshots, he immediately evacuated the president into the plane. He gave up his life to fulfill his duties. Does this mean he'll receive a posthumous promotion? Maybe a Purple Heart. Thoughts and prayers. Okay, there's no need for forced comments. How did you know? Bodyguards don't follow that promotion system. He left for a moment and the man's dead. To be fair, he was dead since last night, so, you know, the body's cold, but hopefully the case isn't. This is a bulletproof attaché case, just like the one that Leon S. Kennedy used in the mission in that one village. It is a tool bodyguards use to protect themselves from bullets. Well, this one didn't work too well. Oh, that's what that was. I was wondering what they were holding in that picture. I thought they were holding like riot shields or something, but they were like really square and really small. Oh, that's actually pretty clever. Huh. I never considered that. Is that a real thing? It can be seen in Kay's photo. The things Kaiba will do for a blue eyes. Yo, isn't there an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bucket? Isn't there an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Kaiba stops somebody from shooting him? He stops a gun by throwing a Blue Eyes White Dragon card into the gun's hammer. Kaiba stops gun. But like, yeah, oh, it's not a Blue Eyes White Dragon card. But check this out, look, it's a picture of it. Give me a second, it's loading. Bop, 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 bop. It really doesn't want to go. That's a GIF. Please. It's really cool. You have to see it. You gotta see it. Check this out. What's going on? Nah, it's a web P! You know what? You know what? I'm putting this on Chrome. Heck, I hate web Ps. Whoever came up with them, they should really, you know, reconsider. Well, if I'm putting this on Chrome anyway, let's just put it on YouTube. You can tell this isn't the American version because he's not pointing with his hand.
Kaiba, no!
Oh, look at that. He's palming a card like a magic trick.
Now then, I shall escort you to Mr. Pegasus's castle.
So you're gonna bring me there dead?
If you resist, I'll have no choice but to retaliate.
Wanna try?
Then die! Oh.
Like, would that even stop it in real life? Why did he pull his... Why did he, like, hold his hand like, oh, no, my hand! Oh, it hurts! Thanks to you, my valuable card's all messed up. Alright, it wasn't a Blue Eyes card, but still, that's hilarious. I love that so much. Only Kaiba. Man, why didn't the Mythbusters ever test that? Can a playing card stop a gun? It seems like Rook and Knightley both had one. To hold their playing cards, to hold their Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Bulletproof attaché case. At least it wasn't a Blue Eyes. You know, the ones with only 3 in the world. Ah, that's the scene I stole on film. You didn't do anything illegal in taking this. Anywhere, anytime. I'm always in the mood to steal. You just wanted to use the word steal, didn't you? Have I been caught? No comment, because if I say yes, you'll be proud of it. Look at the bullet wound. The bullet pierced his body, just below his armpit. You should have used Axe body spray. That thing will create a hardened layer of Axe. Would have stopped that bullet cold dead. The cause of death was most likely blood loss. It was too late for both him and the paramedics. Anything else to see about him? Alright, I'm going to connect bullet that pierced through with Bulletproof Vest, because we know, since there are only 2 shots fired, it has to be the same bullet. There you go. Man, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters was wild. I should see if any of the other modern Yu-Gi-Ohs are like that. 2 bullets were fired. We know that from the number of gunshots. One hit the Steel Samurai balloon, and the other took Rook's life. But didn't a bullet also hit the President's Bulletproof Vest? Right. It doesn't match up with the number of shots. However, there is one way to solve this. Oh, I love this song. One way? The bullet that stole Rook's life pierced through his body and then hit the vest. In other words, Rook and the President were hit by the same bullet. I see. That's right. It'd be dangerous if he hadn't worn that bulletproof vest. Is the President all right? Even while wearing a bulletproof vest, you can still get injured. Yeah, that bullet's impact can still fracture your bones. But don't worry, he's fine. The President's trained himself like no other. I can see that. Probably, even if it did pierce his vest, it would be stopped by his abs.
Yes, but can you tell us what Pot of Greed does? I play Pot of Greed, allowing me to draw 2 more cards.
You got it, Dusk. Maybe the President didn't even need a bulletproof vest. I think that might be pushing it. I believe it, though. I'd like to examine the bullet. There's a chance there may be some ballistic markings. Ballistic markings? What's that? Ballistic markings are always left on a bullet. Each gun leaves a different marking. So if we examine the ballistic markings, we'll know which gun the bullet was fired from. You could say they're like a gun's fingerprints. Wow, it's like they've used that before. I get it now. Let's investigate right away. I think that'd be difficult. The bullet was completely flattened when it hit the bulletproof vest. Oof. There's no way you could investigate the ballistic markings. What? I wanted to investigate them. It's okay, you'll get your chance, Kay. Watch, probably by the end of the game, there'll be like, oh, Kay has to perform a selfless act in order to get the final piece of evidence Edgeworth needs, and it'll end up, like, causing her, like, to be out of commission for the last part of the game or something. That always happens to somebody, doesn't it? In these games. Was it Gumshoe that did that in the first game? I feel like that. It's been 2 years since I played Ace Attorney Investigations once. I forget. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I get another plucky sidekick. Alright, anything else we can connect? Interestingly, Rook's gun and the revolver are the same. Wait. You don't think? Try to connect those. It does make it a point to point out that the revolver used in the assassination was banned in this country, which means it came from out of the country. It's the same as... Knightley, what did you do? These two guns, they're the exact same model. These guns came from Zhengfa. Now that just brought up a new possibility. Looks like all the bodyguards are provided with guns from Zhengfa. Indeed. Are those guns rare? No, not particularly. They're not easy to obtain domestically, but it isn't impossible either. What? I thought they might be a treasure. Yes, it's unfortunate. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, are you talking about treasure? Not quite. If it was a rare model, it would have been easier to identify. Even evidence can become treasure. One man's trash is another man's conviction. I see. Even during your investigations, you search for treasure. And I didn't quite say that. Okay, let's investigate. Where's the treasure? And suddenly she's motivated. Give her points for spunk. What? Hello? What? Stop! I swear, I'm not doing this on purpose. Dooba-dooba-doop, ba-ba-dooba-doop. What is being pressed that does that? I wonder. All right, anything else we can look at before we talk to Mr. Declaire? Depending on how many bodies it passes through or the range it's fired from, and the angle bullets can bounce off bones. Not out of the realm of possibility. Or the... I'm sorry, I didn't read that, like, after the thing I said that made it relevant. Yeah. What I'm thinking is, if the bullet... Well, since the bullet passed through Rook, like, at a very specific angle, I'm surprised that it actually didn't hit a rib or something and then get deflected. A wine rib, you might say. Don't hit wine rib, please don't. The president is just beyond this door. This door? I'm getting a sense that it's challenging me. Okay, there's no need to feel challenged by a door. But look at how big it is! All those electronic locks! It's challenging me to unlock it. Look, who's the lock-picking lawyer here? Calm down and think it over. What is the purpose of a key? What is the purpose? To unlock treasure? That's right, to unlock treasure. Was that the right answer? What is doing that? Why does my game think I'm pressing the L button? What? It did it again. This is gonna cause me problems, isn't it? Oh, stop! Why is it happening more often now? Controller? What you doing? What the controller doing? Oh, how did that happen? That was weird. For some reason, my... And the bass keeps running, running, and 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 running. You know, I'm this close to just disabling the L button. Can I do that? Gotta do that. If I want to look at logic, I'm just gonna click here with my stylus. Yes, my stylus. All right, let's continue. Just can't stop thinking. The brain cells, they keep rubbing against each other when he moves his head slightly.
I have high hopes for you. Please ensure you do not disappoint me.
Understood. Peachy Dreams, what's up?
How is your investigation progressing?
There's no need for concern. It is proceeding smoothly.
You remember how much I detest betrayal?
All too well.
I thought you would, so please don't do anything you'll regret.
I have no choice but to obey him for now. The assassination. This is nuts! I'm being used to get an assassin onto the president's plane!
If we didn't enter the plane, the investigation would have come to an end.
You're not fooling anyone. I know what you're after.
I believe I've already said that my interest is only the nature of Rook's death.
But what about the person who hired you to assassinate the president?
Perhaps you have forgotten. I have no intent to carry a job I deem futile.
Very well. Let's continue the investigation. Unless you mean Rook hired you? Nice toss. What about this? Beef? I don't have any beef with Daykiller. Like, yeah, you know, he's a killer. But that's just his job, you know? He's gotta make a living. Don't die.
Splendid. I have the utmost faith in your abilities, Mr. Prosecutor.
Can I show you my badge?
This is the first time I've seen one in person. Is that your license? I, myself.
You mean there's actually a license to kill? I'm sure there is, but it's like used to do so legally, not illegally.
There isn't one, actually. However, if you insist.
Don't worry about it. That's one truth. I don't need to steal, Mr. Daykiller. Please, Kay, do not make him demonstrate. Even a great thief's pride is nothing before the presence of a professional killer. Kay will steal many things, but she will not steal a life. That is for sure. Let's look at some stuff. Some evidence. So I think I've exhausted like the things I can look at in this room. But I haven't looked closely at the evidence yet. Hit by the bullet that passed through the victim, bullet was flattened. Protects against bullets. Cause of death, blood loss. That sure is his body. Display monitors, one's missing. No? Alright, then in this case I gotta see if there's anything I should present to anybody then. Unless anybody sees something I haven't interacted with, feel free to let me know. Steal this! Ah, Colonel. I seem to have misplaced my dummy thickness. Have you seen it? Was he about to have Kay hire him? Look, she wants treasure, not murder. Against the prosecutor's stern glare and his unrelenting questioning, I'm at a loss for words. I haven't even done anything yet. Tape recorder? It's just as he said. I was the one behind them recordings. But I ain't never... Say no more, Miss Swift. I'm on your side. You're right. I'll pipe down. I'm just a useless reporter. That's not what I meant. Even if you do not say a word, the evidence will speak it for you. The truth is out there. All we have to do is reveal it. Mr. Prosecutor, I reckon I'm gonna use that as my next headline. Sure. Whatever cheers her up. Edgeworth, you have a way with people. Egg. Do-do-do. Egg. Lobby at school, welcome. Have you seen this gun? Apparently she has. So sometimes I read with my eyes before I read out loud. I'm just like laughing at what it says. Suddenly, the prosecutor points the gun at the reporter. No! Don't pick your proper gun etiquette, Edward. Don't put your finger on the trigger. I fear that this unlucky reporter will soon find herself at the bottom of the lake. You shouldn't talk like that. Save it for when you actually get shot. Don't actually get shot, though. If I did get shot, I reckon I wouldn't be saying much at all. I guess you have a point. Okay. I'm activating people's trauma. My own. Edward, stop picking up guns. On at least 2 occasions, Edgeworth has picked up a gun, and both of them worked out badly for him. Guess I'll be the star of tomorrow's headlines. Don't be so hasty, Miss Swift. The truth has yet to be found. It still has not been decided. Journalist is truly deadlier than her pen. Beautiful assassin masquerades as reporter. Beautiful assassin? From living room to diner, I'll be the talk of the town. I think those headlines are a little unlikely. You don't know. I'm sure she cleans up nice. Against... Oh, okay. I think that's mostly everything. Oh, look. She'll talk about the body. I'm telling you, I don't know this rook fella from Adam. Who's Adam? The heck would I shoot him for? He took a bullet meant for the president, and now he's dead. Well, I don't know much all about these presidents either. Then what did you come here for? I told you I have my reasons. Don't make a poor gal spill the beans, Mr. Prosecutor Worth. I'm sorry. Fine, keep your beans. See if I care. Meanwhile, Mr. Shelley the Killer's having his beans on toast. I do want to try beans on toast at one point, like British beans on toast. Apparently, British baked beans are like not as sweet as the US beans. They're more like savory. I want to try that. I don't know what that entails. Here, have you ever seen this gun?
This has no class. It's lacking in intelligence as well as refinement. Most importantly, it lacks honor.
In what world can one consider a murder weapon to be honorable? I don't know. Feudal Japan?
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I do not share your sentiment.
Do you actually believe there is? Yes, of course there is. Don't be rude, Mr. Edgeworth. Apologize to the man. Whose side are you on? Why must I apologize? Is that gonna solve the case?
Unlikely, but keep in mind we're dealing with Prosecutor Edgeworth here. He must have given it a lot of thought. A lot of thought indeed.
Yes, of course. I shouldn't provoke him. I'm wondering if anybody knows anything about that stuffed animal. Apparently not. Nice voice acting. Thank you! That's what we do here on the Chicken Stream. I play a lot of RPGs and visual novel games. Up until now, this year, I've been playing Dragon Quest XI. I finished it a month ago, and now we're going with another Ace Attorney game. I've played Great Ace Attorney in the past, and I've played Ace Attorney Investigations 1 on stream. You know what I just realized? After this, I still have another Ace Attorney game to play that I haven't played. Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Let's go! I played half of that game, but I never finished it. Oh, it'd be a perfect stream game. Then I could also start playing Professor Layton. I bet Rook had no idea that he'd meet his end at the hands of that little lady.
Silence.
Oh, why you?
Mr. Prosecutor, please continue.
Yes. What is this man thinking? Rectangle head. He do be looking like a rook, though. Especially the women's voice acting. I try. It's definitely not easy.
The single piece of evidence was all it took for you to track me down. I'm impressed.
This raincoat was found stuffed under the food stalls.
I did not want you to mistake me for the assassin. It seems my worries were unfounded, since you also single-handedly uncovered the identity of the other red-hooded figure. After that, can you honestly tell me you still lack faith in your deductive reasoning?
The killer seems to be telling the truth. I'm surprised, but he is, which is amazing. Alright. Oh wait, I already showed this. Alright, starting to think it's not about showing us something. Maybe there's something on the ground that I haven't looked at yet. It's not logic, because I actually don't have any more brain cells to rub together. I just had the one thing. You could say Day Killer is pretty cold-blooded. ice cream cold. Is that gonna solve the case? No, but I wish it did.
You're a very bad man, Mr. Prosecutor.
For what?
If it's about a job request, we can talk about it later.
Not that. What's he talking about? Look, Edgeworth may have made some enemies, but he doesn't want them dead. Alright, I must have not seen something on the ground. Alright, let's continue investigating. Maybe I missed something about the body. Let's take a look at that.
Bop.
Shooba-dooba-doop, shooba-dooba-doop.
Bop.
I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. Alright, let me think. Like, literally, let me think. Yeah, nothing here. Oh, wait, I just remembered. There was something over here I could present logic to. Maybe that has something to do with it? I have one thing left. That might be it. Security plan. Earlier, we found something similar in the trash. Deduce? Oh wait, I have to point at something. Or maybe logic? They did say that there was some kind of contradiction here. Okay, undercover agents keep an eye on the audience. Let me take a look at the other plan. What's different? March 24th. Leader Rook. There are bushes. March 19th? Excuse me? Why's the date different? Hold up. What's going on here? Eureka! Look, there's a clear contradiction here. Wait, why is that not a contradiction? Eh? Aha! The ink is smudged! Alright, maybe something else says the date. Lands on Gourd Lake today. Alright, maybe that's okay. I'm going to print the article because the article also says landing today. I'm sorry, I need to work harder at following your lead. Oh, no, it's fine. It's not your fault. I shall think this over once more. Maybe I pointed at the wrong thing? I'm clearly pointing at the date. Leader, Lieutenant Knightley. No, that's all the same. I mean, another contradiction is that there's a lot more pawns. Well, there are pawns on the other one, but that doesn't seem to be important. Newspaper article? Okay, maybe I'm not supposed to look at the date yet. The date is clearly wrong, though. Alright, I got a secret weapon, y'all. I got a secret weapon. Just don't promise not to hold it against me. I've got a little thing called a lifeline, an extra brain cell to break out in times like this. Just a little maybe have a walkthrough. It's a spoiler-free walkthrough, though, so all I gotta do is take a look at what's going on here. Alright, okay. So I did notice this, but I didn't think it's what the game wanted to point out right now. Which is, again, the problem I had last time. This is not a contradiction because it says clearly right here that it's supposed to happen. What's this? The details of the security plans were changed. The fact that Rook and Knightley switch places. But it says right there, Rook takes Knightley's place. Right? It's not a contradiction if we know that's supposed to happen. Huh? Ah, you're right! Yeah, these games can be a little picky. What's walkthroughs for? Yeah, that's right. It was changed yesterday. President's orders. Why the sudden change? Because 2 days ago, the killer attacked the president. He disguised himself as a bodyguard. Rook was the first to notice. He had already gotten close to the president. So that's how they're acquainted. Rook managed to stop him just in the nick of time. What? Oh, he disguised himself as Knightley? What? Rook grabbed his left arm and twisted it. And then he fired one bullet square into his left arm. What were you doing at the time, Mr. Knightley? I was...
If I remember correctly, the first person I took out that day was you.
That explains the neck brace. Oops. Was that a touchy subject? Shut up! Guess so. So, back then...
Your neck injury has yet to heal, and you've already forgotten.
No, not you! Not now! Since that day, I haven't been able to turn my head right. It sucks!
To think that I would suffer an injury. Ethan Rook, you could say he was a most capable individual. Unlike this man here.
That's just rude. What's so different about me and Rook?
I believe you're about as different as a pawn and a queen.
That's not even the right pun. He's a knight and a rook. What? So you remembered Rook's name because he was highly capable.
Correct. While disguised as a bodyguard, I happened to hear his name. There was no way I could forget that name. Only a select few have ever been able to injure me.
So this was the connection the killer was talking about. The security arrangements were changed, so that day killer would not be able to sneak in as a bodyguard again.
Oh, so a lot less bodyguards.
That's why. Only the president's two most trusted subordinates would accompany him on the stage. In short, me and Rook.
Hello there.
And now we know. It appears your positions were also changed. That's true. He's now on the right side. Because I can't turn my head to the right, my position got changed to the president's left side. In other words, I was relocated to the right side of the stage. Is that better or worse? If he was there on the right side and he can't turn right, that means if somebody was attacking from the left, like what actually happened, he wouldn't be able to turn his head to see it. He would have to like turn his whole body, which, you know, could cost a valuable second. I don't know about that. But who am I? I'm not a security planner.
Now then, I've grown weary of this investigation.
Still no sign of Detective Gumshoe.
Quick, stall! Mr. Prosecutor, have you uncovered the truth yet?
No, not yet.
I see. In that case, would you like to speak with someone who is involved in the incident?
Someone involved in the incident? You mean...
Is there not one more witness just behind those doors?
Yeah, what does Dijon Mustard have to say about this? Of course, the president himself. But the killer can't be in here while he's doing that, while we're talking. We are gonna go in there. But who's gonna keep an eye on the killer?
Well, Mr. Prosecutor, please do the honors and summon the witness here.
There's no chance in hell I'm letting that happen. You think you can just summon the president like a witness in court? Ha!
Mr. President, I'm sure you are watching all this through your security cameras. Would you kindly grace us with your presence? That is, if you value your bodyguard's life.
We can talk to him over the security cameras. What do you mean? He doesn't have to actually be here. Don't do it. Don't fall for it.
I see. Mr. President, what sort of a man leaves another to die on his behalf?
I mean, to be fair, it is his bodyguard. That's his job. Other guy did it. Mr. President! Stop it! Take it easy, hey! Still nothing. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. Hey. the lights!
My apologies, Mr. Prosecutor, but I wouldn't try anything if I were you. It seems I am unable to reach the president, even with Mr. Knightley's life.
Stop! Ah! Ah! What's happening? Okay, the killer, you...
However, I have already seen the truth.
Where is he? Ooh. Whoa.
I leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor.
So what? Was that a bluff? Is Knightley dead? Edge.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth, sir!
Knightley's live. Am I dead? Whoa, wait a minute. What? Wow, dead killer. Very honorable. Okay, sure. Well, good thing is nobody's hurt. What kind of hostage situation was that? Did I pass out?
Mr. Edgeworth! Thank goodness you're safe.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you okay? Okay, what about you? I just woke up myself. My head's throbbing a bit, but it's no big deal. Detective Gumshoe, what happened to the killer?
Miss Swift came running out of the plane. She told us the killer made a run for it, but we were too late, sir. We heard from that bodyguard that the emergency lifeboat over there has been stolen. He's probably at the other side of the lake by now, sir.
Then put a squad car on the other side of the lake. Get him! Didn't you seal off the park?
The police were all called back to surround the plane. What? Right now, there's no one guarding the opposite shore.
Oh no! We should have never called them to the plane. We done goofed it. We done hacking goofed it, y'all. Oh, that means he succeeded in giving us the slip.
Sure seems that way, sir.
Mr. Prosecutor. Horace Knightley. It seems you also had a narrow escape. Horace Knightley. Horse Knight. Get it? Yeah, that sucked. That punk!
Come to think of it, we found this near where you fell, sir.
Shelley the killer gets away. Again. This is the killer's calling card. I forgot it was a shell. That makes sense, Shelley.
Looks like a message from him.
Dropped it as he fled, embellished with a shell. Man, calling cards are so ballsy in this modern age of crime tracking. Like, it's got DNA on it, it's got fingerprints on it, so many different ways to actually track the person. And your handwriting for analysis, like, if you leave one, you have got to be 100% confident you will never be found. Which makes it so cool. So cool to see in a detective story, because it's like, oh, they gotta be good. He always leaves this card next to his victim's body.
But you're not dead, sir.
Ah, but you see, I am. Perhaps this signifies something similar to a killing. Which reminds me, the last thing he said still bothers me.
However, I have already seen the truth. I leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor.
He even wears a jacket that has the shell on it. The balls on that dude. Natty, what's up? Welcome. How's life? Enjoy the show. How you doing? Seen the truth. What does he mean? Yeah, it's safe now. What was that? The president will be making his entrance now. The president? The president of Zhengfa, the big old big man. Look at his definition. He's got muscles on his muscles. Probably got muscles on his eyebrows. I don't think I could ever do a voice that does this man justice, but we'll try. This man is the president of Zhengfa, Dijon Huang.
You are...
It is an honor to meet you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor. Looks like he's about to, like, grab me. He's about to grab Edgeworth's man boob. Or his cravat.
I am Dijon Huang. I have heard of your deeds. You saved my country from a great crisis.
The events of Ace Attorney Investigations 1. Nanomachines, son. He's not a senator, though. Is he referring to the Tagarasu case? I was simply solving a murder, nothing more.
Such modesty. I've been observing your investigation. An astounding performance, despite allowing the killer to get away.
Thank you very much. So he was watching through the security cameras.
However, I regret that it ends here.
What do you mean? I thought he was gonna flip me off! Excuse me, sir, that is very rude of you. How dare! How dare! You may be a foreign president, but still, that doesn't excuse common courtesy.
In my words, foolish prosecutor, you should have already been informed by Knightley. This investigation will be handed over to the esteemed police force of Zhengfa.
Now that the killer is gone, they intend to take over the investigation. Hey, pal, what are you doing? And what's with that attitude? It's because of the killer that Mr. Edgewood that... Enough, detective. Mr. President, I cannot agree to this. Why must this investigation be handed over to your country's police?
Why, you say? I heard what happened at that embassy 2 weeks ago. I do not want any more of that legal nonsense occurring in this country. Please, let us handle it.
You know, you have a point. What happened at the embassy in the first game? Absolute nonsense. Like, oh, I'm in this country. I'm in that country. These laws apply. That laws apply. Diplomatic immunity. Diplomatic immunity?
Just been revoked.
Know your place, puny prosecutor. Must I explain my actions? Nay, I think not. You shall hand over all the evidence you found so far and leave this plane at once.
The Shemi, nice eighth. Phenomenon sense, welcome on in. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, be a good boy and do as you're told. Doctors Without Borders, the deck. A group hug that only uses borderless cards. Hey, that's expensive. Think of all the borderless lands you need. I like it. I like it. And speaking of borders, there's an international incident going on. I mean, if only Edgeworth had a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. What if he had a Magic deck instead of Logic Chess? I would love that. I could not resist any longer. That is something that Edgeworth has now said. Extraterritorial rights. Diplomatic immunity. All the evidence handed over to Knightley. Can I at least keep my badge? Oh, good. At least I get that. Why? Why won't he allow me to investigate this case any further?
Now then, would you kindly take your leave? Knightley, place the suspect under firm restraint.
The suspect, Nicole? No! She's innocent, I tell you! I'm on it, Mr. President. Look at how big this man yells!
An attempt of my life, the murder of my subordinates, such evil, such sin!
I didn't kill nobody! I swear! Shut your trap, lady.
You dare question me? You dare stain this world with deceit? Should we pardon this sin? Nay, absolutely not. It is most unforgivable. My reasons being...
There's no mistake. The president is hiding something. If I turn back now, the truth will be lost forever. Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth! Is there nothing you can do? I can present my badge. Wait! Hey, little thief, now! I remember. The countless times I've faced this dilemma in the courtroom. Usually Phoenix Wright wins, but this time he's not here. The lies of the witness, the rebuttals of the defense. Of course, when he thinks of Phoenix, he has to think of but. I did not always have evidence to counter them. Nonetheless, I was still able to draw out the truth from them. That's right. My words alone are my weapons. Let's go, Edgeworth. Use your words! Handsome boy. Well, thank you, Sprint. I grew out my hair for the occasion. How's it going? Now then, let us analyze the situation. In the Tron Zone! I hope you know how to drive a motorcycle, Mr. President.
What?
What, he's just got a knight and a queen? That's it? He's not playing with a full board here.
Leave this place at once. This is a direct order from the president himself.
He's not even listening. Any rebuttal I give, he cuts off. When he has that forceful attitude, I'll need to watch the situation carefully. My opponent is the president of Zhengfa. I don't think he'll show any weakness easily. His words may be overbearing, but I need not be intimidated. If I observe his behavior closely, I should be able to read his emotions. Again, he's saying this out loud and not thinking it. Emotions? What is this? Ace Attorney 5? You don't have widget. First, I'll start by asking about his reasons for taking over the investigation. Funny how there's a knight, but no rook? And shouldn't the queen be a king? Just saying. Now, let's begin. A good opening in line will put me at an advantage. Now it really sounds like he's playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, I summon No Punk Zay Amin, which allows me... who's taking over the investigation? Please allow me to confirm something about the investigation.
Nay! I don't recall granting you permission to speak.
Oop, maybe I should have waited. Wait and see.
I am the president of Zhengfa. You shall not talk back to me.
I'm not talking back, I'm simply asking for confirmation. This investigation will be taken over by the police of your country, is that correct?
Exactly. That is all I will say. Restrain yourself from making any more unnecessary comments.
Sure. No argument there.
That's enough. Being on this plane is tantamount to being on my country's soil. You cannot do as you please.
Again, with foreign soil. This plane? Oh, but if we pull the lever behind the desk. Pull the lever, Gumshoe!
This one?
Wrong lever! Is there something significant about this place? I should remember this clue. Explain your reasons. I'd like you to explain your reasons for depriving us of our right to investigate.
Impudent fool! Hold your tongue! There is no reason. That should be enough of an explanation for you.
Perhaps that clue may be useful here. Is it connected to this place? Oh. Gathering from what you've said so far, does that forceful attitude of yours have some connection to this place? Oh, we did some damage.
You insolent.
Earlier, you said that being on this plane is like being on your country's soil. Man, I love how I'm doing these in the right order accidentally. Also, can I just say how much I love that they gave Edgeworth an actual, like, Ace Attorney style insane superpower? Like, it was funny in the first investigations that, like, oh yeah, logic. That's his power, just thinking. But now it's like, it's no longer logic alone. It's logic and wit. It's wit, the way that Edgeworth navigates conversations. Like, you can imagine that he does this every time he's in court. Oh, I want an Ace Attorney game that just shows us the events of Ace Attorney 1 from his perspective. I want to see the logic chess happen in the courtroom. Anyway, from those words, I was able to deduce the answer. Namely, that is, you wish to claim extraterritorial rights inside this plane. Am I correct?
Diplomatic community.
That's enough. I shall brook no insolence.
I am going to wait.
If you have nothing to say, be gone. You're wasting my time.
Yeah. It seems I should have been a bit more decisive there. Okay. Oh, but there's a penalty. I will not be intimidated. Okay, well, that time I will object. Explain. At least this is fast.
Diplomatic immunity!
You know, now that I notice, he actually was sweating. Your words are forceful, but I cannot overlook them. The moment I mentioned extraterritorial rights, your face grew pale. Ah, but you see, the murder attempt did not take place in the plane. Ah! Oh.
In light of your brazen courage, I shall grant you an answer.
Wow, so generous.
That's right! I am claiming extraterritorial rights inside this plane!
Diplomatic community. Diplomatic community.
However, what does that change?
Diplomatic
You are still powerless! There is nothing you can do about it!
I see. Under international law, the plane will be considered part of Zhengfa. How convenient. Okay, could you just stop that? Humph. If he wishes to stake this claim, then I shall question its validity. Oh, ooh, we healing. Yes, tasty. The next move will decide the outcome. He may be the president, but there is a hole in his logic. Let me break it wide open. Phrasing. Is your claim valid? Only if it happened on the plane. I challenge the validity of your claim to extraterritorial rights.
Do you truly understand what it is you're saying?
Of course, and I stand by it. I've had experience with it. Don't worry your head. Your hairy head.
How dare doubt my words? You have no shame!
You're the shameful one. Wait and see.
Such irredeemable ignorance! It troubles me greatly!
There is no need to worry. I do not need to be saved. It is Miss Swift who I wish to save from these false charges that you have laid against her.
I admire your tenacity. However, your wish is unattainable. The extraterritoriality laws are unshakable. This plane is Zhengfa territory.
I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. I should try another line of attack. Forceful. Permit me to say this. Don't you feel your actions are a bit too forceful?
Who asked for your opinion? All you need to do is obey.
Sir, you are not president of my country.
Forceful is the wrong word. It is authority. Leadership.
So you arrested Miss Swift because you felt you had the authority to do so.
Yes, that girl is a criminal. There is no room for dispute.
I'm not gonna say you're right, she's a criminal.
The shooting took place outside the plane. Only she could have done it.
Oh, but then you admit it. It was outside the plane. That's it. The shooting occurred outside the plane. I knew that though. This could be a very important clue. I guess nobody else has testified as to that. We just assumed it. Even though we knew. Like, oh, you know, we just never told you. The speech was actually inside the plane. It just looked like we were outside through a trick of the lighting. I challenge the validity of your extraterritorial rights because I wait and see. Wait and see. Come and be. A world of your imagination. Time to use that clue. The gun came from outside and the call was inside the house. Tisk tisk. Indeed. I do not question your extraterritorial rights while inside this plane. However, you just claimed that the shooting took place outside the plane. Yes! If it didn't happen inside the plane, extraterritorial laws do not apply. Your claim has fallen apart. Miss Swift's arrest is invalid. Oh.
Impossible! To be bested by a mere prosecutor? I am the president!
Checkmate, Mr. President. You didn't know I was a master of chess. No matter how many pawns you throw at me, I will still eat all of the pieces in front of you and post it to my TikTok. Mr. President, will you allow us to continue with our investigation?
I yield. I will allow it.
Thank you. At least someone has a brain.
My heart is generous. My heart is tolerant and merciful.
And your heart is probably very efficient for the amount of working out you probably do.
Therefore, certainly, thus we shall. It is our duty for a most noble cause. Gentlemen, now is the time. I, the President of Zengfa, for the sake of the investigation.
This guy sure likes beating around the bush. Knightley, we have received the President's permission. Could you return our evidence? Please, my pockets are very cold. Blade Vancer, yo, what's up? You've made it before the end this time. Enjoy the logic chess. We just bullied a president into giving us permission to investigate. I don't know why he was trying to impede us, but can't have been for a good reason. Thanks for the hydrate. He looks like Lysander. Oh, do you think that he could potentially be a secret villain? Oh no, I spoiled Pokemon X and Y. Never mind. What's that sketch from ProZD? Lysanderoth, it was you all along!
My machinations lay undetected for centuries.
Knightley, return the evidence. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth! Indeed. Now we can resume the investigation. Heh! It's funny how happy you are just because I gave you your precious pieces back. Now let's see how you use them. Humph. Pay attention then. Here is my next move. Mr. President, may I make one more request of you?
Huh?
Would you please testify about the moment of the incident? Let's go, testimony. Lysanderoth was the bad guy! Oh, God, no!
Testify?
Hey, hold on a sec. That's your next move? Isn't that the sort of thing you lead to the courts? Yeah, well, you know, we're not playing a regular Ace Attorney. Naturally, it's a courtroom procedure. However, I'd still like to hear what he has to say. If he refuses to cooperate with the investigation, he will have to give a clear reason. Is there something wrong?
Knightley, stand down. I shall grant the honorable prosecutor's request.
I thank you for your cooperation. Edward's bow hits a lot harder differently when we're the ones doing it. He's just built different.
Yeah. Now heed my words.
Lysanderoth.
President's testimony.
Didn't get a chance to say that squat emote you wanted to make based on Kunio didn't work. Yeah, you gotta really, like, when you make an emote, you gotta squish the designs. You gotta make it chibi. You can't have a full, like, actual design. You really need to make sure everything fits. Design with purpose. And, you know, it's just something that's just something you'll build with experience.
Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle.
I still think that sounds like Spyro.
Where was I when the incident occurred? Ah, yes, the stage.
I'm sure we all know that.
Then Rook and Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me. After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting.
Red balloon?
And so, those two attempted to escort me into the plane. But then, the second gunshot. The bullet pierced through Rook's body and struck my bulletproof vest.
I am surprised you can even put on a vest. It's bulletproof, but is it flex-proof? If that's the case, then the president's a victim too, right? It was an assassination attempt. Mr. Rook just happened to get caught up in it, unfortunately. But isn't it strange? Why would the victim want to interrupt the investigation? Of course, if this becomes public, it would cause problems.
I see. There's still some deep, dark secret behind this case, right?
Certainly the president, and perhaps Knightley too, know of this secret. Without fail, I shall reveal it for all to see.
Rebuttal!
Your pose doesn't work because of your character's color. I see. Yeah, one thing you could do is try to make like a white outline to try to accentuate the things, to accentuate the pose. But that's something about character design in general. Think about how Mario was designed. They specifically made him wear overalls and gloves because they wanted his arms and hands and body to all contrast each other. That's something that Miyamoto was thinking about way back when they made Donkey Kong. And you know, that kind of stuff works. Maybe you don't want to put your character in overalls, but that's something to think about. Stage. Yes, you were. Aw, crap. Hold it! Hold it! I unbound my L button. Now I can't press it. Wait, can I use the microphone? I want to use the microphone. Diddle-doot, diddle-doot. I can actually use a microphone. Wait, will this work? Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Don't worry about it. It's so cool. I missed that from the DS games. Using the voice recognition. You know, my DS, it's in a bad condition. That's why the microphone doesn't work. Are you aware of just how serious this incident is?
You naive man! Do you think I will be perturbed by that question? Of course I am well aware that a coward attempted to shoot me. At the time I was on stage delivering my speech.
Rook and Knightley. Did you realize there was a shooter when they appeared in front of you?
What was I doing at that time? Yes, the speech. During my speech, I was in a euphoric state, a state of nothingness and enlightenment.
So you got nervous and you blanked out?
Nay, I have not forgotten a single occurrence that transpired during my speech. When Rook and Knightley appeared in front of me, I was surprised.
Red balloon. Alright, I'm gonna try something else. I'm going to bind L to a different button. Hold it! Hold it! A red balloon? How about 99 of them?
You try my patience, prosecutor.
That was not my intention. I just want to make sure your recollections are reliable.
There were balloons on both sides of the stage, swirling red in the cloudy sky, as laid out in the security plan.
The security plans? Ah, the one from the bag.
They stepped in front of me just before the balloon burst.
So you're saying the Steel Samurai got shot first? Hold it! Attempted to escort you? What actually happened?
That's right. Attempted. Rook and Knightley raised their attaché cases.
That's the moment showed in case photo.
They led me towards the plane. But then...
Another gunshot. Ba-da-da-da.
What happened after the second gunshot?
Pitiful prosecutor, if you don't know that much, you're not fit for duty.
What's that supposed to mean?
I grow weary of needless repetition. It should be quite obvious. Even you should know the path of the second bullet.
His chest. Bullet pierced through Rook's body. When the bullet hit, what condition was the victim in?
Oh, he was truly a man among men. Still groaning from that bullet's impact, he grabbed hold of me and dashed into the plane.
So you entered the plane along with the victim?
I am to be protected. Rook was to protect me. That was his role.
Now, here's the thing, though. In case of an emergency, Knightley leads the president inside the plane. Why did that happen? Why did it happen the other way around? Is there an explanation for Rook leading him in instead? He speaks finely, but it feels like he's just dodging the question, sure. He's a politician, of course he is. He is a president, that's to be expected. You know, we kind of said the same thing right there. There doesn't seem to be anything out of place. Since he's also a victim, he wouldn't have a reason to lie, sir. So what he said should be nothing but the truth. It should be the truth, but it could still be a contradiction. On the contrary, there is one point that stands out to me as odd. Try to recall that state of the crime scene. Eh? Really? Show me the evidence! Perhaps I should review it one more time. That's what I'm thinking of. Ba ba ba. Wait, no, it's happening again! The button that I use. I gotta. What can I do? I could bind it to a different button. But what? Da 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 da. Ba 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 da 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 da. Let's just. My controller just keeps going. Attempted to escort you? What actually happened? I'll just use the pointer controls for now.
That's right, attempted. Rook and Knightley raised their attaché cases.
That's the moment shows in Kay's photo.
They led me towards the plane.
Oh wait, I wasn't meant to press that. I just did it by accident. Alright, okay. Pierced the Rook's body, struck my bulletproof vest. That happened. Those two attempted to escort me into the plane. This is the problem. It should only be one. Attempted to escort you? What actually happened?
That's right, attempted. Rook and Knightley raised their attaché cases.
Oh, okay. So let's present the security plans. My phone is overheating. I need to fix my phone. It doesn't want to. I guess I'm just gonna stare into the void straight ahead at me. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da. Contradiction. No? Okay. Alright, there's another point in his testimony that could have a contradiction. I was mistaken. Is that creepy, everybody? Just me staring over there, just blank face. Manoka blank. So, the order of the gunshots. Do we have anything that specifically says that the Steel Samurai ruptured first? Da, 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 da. Wait a minute, hold on. Which balloon did he say burst? Rito shot first, also true. A red balloon? You try my
patience.
Alright, let's see. There are balloons on both sides, swirling red, laid out. Okay. Just before the balloon burst. Is there anything wrong about that? We know that the balloon burst. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Maybe this is one of those cases where I'm not contradicting anything. So, here's one thing. Like, the Steel Samurai does have red on him. I don't know if I'd call it a red balloon. I don't know if that's a contradiction. This might be one of those cases where I'm not trying to disprove anything. I'm just trying to get more context. Objection! I see. As you can see, this is not red at all. I don't know what it looks like from the back. Maybe the back of it is red. A red balloon burst? I'm afraid that's not the case.
What?
Please have a look at this piece of evidence. Can you see what has burst?
No!
What is that face? He looks like a bursting balloon.
This is? What exactly?
They're all Germanic for nothing. Humph! It is the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. You do well to remember it. If you wish to win the support of this nation's people, or, you know, specifically Edgeworth. And don't forget the rival show, the German Ninja. Okay, that's not important. The balloon that was ruptured by the bullet was no ordinary red balloon. I think it's important. Shut up, Kay. It was a Steel Samurai balloon. Okay.
But according to the plans, there should have been 2 red balloons.
How do you know they're supposed to be red from here?
It says so right here in the security plan.
What side was Rook on? So this is the old plan. According to the new plan, Rook was on the president's right, aka stage left. I think that's called stage left. So Rook was here. This is the balloon over. Oh, you don't see where I'm pointing. The area on the right has the balloon that actually did pop. He hasn't said left and rights, but maybe he'll mention one. It certainly looks like there are only 2 round balloons drawn here.
Knightley, what is the meaning of this? Explain it once.
Yes, sir. That steel samurai balloon was a last-minute replacement. Replacement? What? They couldn't get the Santa balloon from a couple of years ago? That's what we were told. Seems the information didn't make it to the president. Why would he lie about the red balloon? Did he actually not see it? We ran into a little trouble during setup last night. One of the balloons that we had prepared burst. So you scrambled to find a replacement? Exactly. We just happened to run into a guy manning a stand in the park. Oh, Larry! He said he'd lend us the steel samurai balloon. He was kind of a poser. Yeah, it sounds like Larry. A stand, a steel samurai balloon, and a poser? Sounds like the next Chronicles of Narnia book. He pumped air into its red samurai paints to create a makeshift balloon. Oh! Oh! So that's why it just looked like a red balloon. See, I was wondering if it was something like that, or if like the back of the balloon is just red. Oh, Edgeworth. I know you want to get a good word in edgewise for the Steel Samurai. Edgewise. But it's just a kid's show, man. It's a good kid's show. Like, you know, adults can watch Kamen Rider. Yeah, like Kamen Rider W. So the Steel Samurai balloon looked just like an ordinary red balloon. Is that what you mean? Poor Steel Samurai, he got shot in the butt.
Knightley, why was I not informed of this?
Well, I gotta hand it to them. That was pretty ingenious. Sir, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't think it was important enough to report. Steel Samurai used for his booty. We all know willpowers be thick. Couldn't you tell by just looking at it?
I did not notice it.
Pretty noticeable if you look at it. Yeah. But, you know, it's not the president's job to look at that. He didn't do the declaration. So he mistook the Steel Samurai's pants for an ordinary balloon. Was there a reason why you made that mistake? Was there a reason not to?
Ooh!
What now?
A moment, please. I just remembered now.
Not the part.
I could not see the balloon very well.
You couldn't see it?
Exactly. At the time, the wind was strong. The legs of the stage were fluttering wildly, and they obstructed my view.
Obstructed your view? The flags?
Did you not see the flags that were set up on both sides of the stage?
Yeah, one got shot. No, wait a minute, that can't be right.
Due to the strong wind, they were waving about, just like this.
No, we know that's not true, because one of the flags got shot on the way to piercing the Steel Samurai. So in order for there to have been a bullet hole, the flag would have actually been flying the other way. So a strong wind was blowing at the time of the incident. The flags were fluttering wildly. Is there a problem with that? Yes, there's always a problem. Never say no in Ace Attorney. President Huang, you have my gratitude. Your testimony has helped uncover a new contradiction.
A contradiction, you say?
Yes, one that turns the very foundation of this case on its head. Would the wind affect the bullet? Well, I don't think it would matter as much because that bullet didn't go towards him anyway. During my investigation, there was no wind at the crime scene, so the flags remained still. However, the flags were actually fluttering in the strong wind. Oh! Maybe the contradiction is not... Oh my god, maybe it's not... Oh, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. It's not that he's wrong. It's not that the flags were fluttering the other way around. What if he was right? What if the flags were fluttering this way? Oh, that means that the way that we thought the bullet was going is different. That means the shot came from way off to the right? However, the flags were actually fluttering in the strong wind. This completely changes the meaning of that piece of evidence. Which evidence contradicts the state of the crime scene? Yo, the trajectory one. It came from the right side, or maybe it came from on the stage? The gunshot rang out during the president's speech. The bullet struck the balloon and also pierced through the national flag. I had previously deduced that the bullet's trajectory using these facts. The assassin fired the bullet from the left side of the audience area. However, if the flags were fluttering about like so, my reasoning changes. Whoa! Since the flag's position has changed? Correct. The bullet's trajectory must also change. But it's not gonna let me say it came from all the way to the right. So it came from the stage? And if we trace the trajectory of the bullet, we can tell who fired the shot. Eh? But Mr. Edgeworth, that person is... Indeed, I still don't understand why. However, it can be none other than him. The shot came from inside the house! By tracing the bullet's path, who was the person who fired the gun? On that side, it was whore ass.
Take that!
That's what I was thinking! Or else why would the fact that the two guns were the same make be relevant? Why would the killer have a gun that's the same as the gun as the bodyguards? It's his gun! The person who shot the balloon was none other than you, Horace Knightley. What? Connect the bullet holes in the balloon and the flag, and the line points to you. Bullet trajectory data updated. So why? It makes sense though. He must have fired, like, first of all, from what we thought we knew, if... Well, not this picture. Where's the other picture? Well, the picture that had the laser sight on his face. If the picture we knew was right, like, the person was aiming at the president's head, how would he miss that first shot? No. There's a reason that the first hot shot hit the Steel Samurai. That was not to shoot the president. That was to create a distraction. Creates the distraction so that people would be panicking. They wouldn't notice that they'd be on stage shooting the president. Oh my god.
But that means that guy's one of the president's bodyguards. Why would he have shot the Steel Samurai balloon, sir? Preposterous. I agree with the detective. There's no reason. Are you saying Knightley, who has saved my life on numerous occasions, is an assassin?
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I've had it up to here with you. My job is to protect the president.
Knightley, control yourself.
Sorry, sir.
Prosecutor, indeed. The wind was so strong during my speech. However, the wind strength can change very quickly. Evidence! Show us evidence that the flag was flying at the moment of the gunshot.
Gunshot occurred the moment the president raised his fist to the sky. The evidence that shows this moment is... Do I have something? Let's look at the recording. Does it say anything about the wind? Raises his fist, the atmosphere is boiling. Atmosphere here? No. So in that case, I'm thinking... Hold on. The fact that there's a hole. Do we have the flag in our evidence? We don't have the flag in our evidence. But the pictures though. Come on, Kay, come through for us. Yo, we see the tip of the flag right here. Got him.
Take that!
The evidence is in this photo. Look at this photograph.
Interesting. And where in this photo exactly?
Right there. A clue. Proof that the flag was flying in this photo is right here. Picture perfect. Don't you see? The fluttering flag can be seen in this photo.
No.
There is no mistaking that the flags were flying at the moment of the incident.
So then, it really was that guy who shot the balloon.
That would mean Mr. Knightley is the assassin.
Horace Knightley is.
The assassin, not the assassin? No, wait a minute. Why does it let... I mean, the whole thing we're trying to prove is that it wasn't... I firmly believe that it wasn't Day Killer. And it wasn't Nicole. I have to indict him. Or maybe... Oh, no, wait. Maybe it was Rook. Naturally, he's the assassin.
That is terrible, yet what would be the merit?
Eh? The merit? What do you mean? Like he says, if I were the assassin, I need to have something to gain from it. Because the moment I killed the president, I'd be out of a job as a bodyguard. Or... So then it was Rook? That's true. There is no plausible motive. Horace Knightley is not the assassin. I realized the possibility of Rook right after. Horace Knightley is not the assassin. Way to go, genius. Shut up. The only thing that he shot was a balloon. A balloon on the opposite side of the president. You're saying they were in on it together? He wasn't aiming at the president. Why then? Why was it necessary for me to do a thing like that? Depending on your answer, I might take aim at your pretty little head. Why was it necessary? I presume the reason is connected to the one thing that's felt out of place. The one who shot the balloon was the president's bodyguard, Knightley. Oh. And that fact will change the entire viewpoint of this case. Use your brain cells! Assassination attempt. Knightley's position. Knightley shot the balloon. Put it together and what do you get? Why was Knightley's position changed? Was it because of his neck injury? Or did he need to be on that side? Because I can't turn my head to the right. My position got changed to the president's left side. In other words, I was relocated to the right side of the stage. Nice echo effect, thank you. Was that really the only reason? If the plans had not changed, and Knightley remained on the left side of the stage, Knightley can't turn his head to the right, so he couldn't look to shoot at that balloon. Would he have been able to aim at the balloon on the left side of the stage? He would not. Perhaps the security plans were altered so that Knightley could shoot the balloon. If that's the case, then the Steel Samurai died for nothing. What's this? The details of the security plans were changed? Yeah, that's right. It was changed yesterday. President's orders. The president wanted him to shoot the balloon? Oh, Chibi Gamer, don't worry about the deleted message. That was auto mod. Nobody deleted that on purpose. Like, if you see your message get deleted, like, immediately, that wasn't because you did something wrong. That was because auto mod, like, catches any, bad words. I have it on just because, like, I know that my mods can't be here 100% of the time. I like to have that extra little bit of security. In other words, the president knew about the balloon being shot. He knew about the attempt on his own life. If you think about it that way, everything that's been out of place is beginning to add up. Why was the assassin able to get a gun past such tight security? Was this all staged? Why was the assassin wearing a conspicuous red hood? Why did they use a laser sight that would be so easily revealing their location? Why was the president so calm after being shot? Oh, this music though. You can't see it, but I'm bumping. This was the truth the president and his subordinates tried to conceal. There can be only one reason why Knightley fired the gun. Also, tracking's back. The entire assassination was a setup! Huh? That explains why they're trying to hide it.
Huh?
How dare you? Do you seriously understand what you're implying with this? I'm implying that y'all pulled off a publicity stunt. What is this, Waterworld at Universal Studios? Of course I understand. In fact, now I understand everything. Mr. President, you wish to take the investigation rights from me. That was all so you could conceal the real truth.
How dare you mock me with these spurious allegations?
Mock you? That was not my intention. In fact, it was pretty impressive. I simply used logic to uncover the truth. That is all. You ever heard of logic? Obviously not. See, that's mocking. Knightley fired the first shot in order to rupture the balloon. Hearing the gunshot and the sound of the balloon bursting, the audience began to panic. This was followed by one more shot.
Wait, one more shot?
Yes. Knightley turned towards the balloon and pulled the trigger a second time. The second gunshot was also fired by Knightley to create the illusion of the second shot hitting the president. Huh? So what about the bullet that hit the president's bulletproof vest and hit Rook? What if that bulletproof vest had been prepared in advance? That's a possibility, but what about Rook? Was this a plot to kill Rook?
What's the matter, Mr. President? Afraid of facing a little bullet?
That's not true. I was definitely shot.
If we examine the bullet in your vest, it would answer the question for us. Will we find Rook's blood on that bullet? Oh.
But the person in the red hood who shot me is in that photo.
Weren't you listening, Mr. President? From the bullet's trajectory, the one who fired the shot must have been Knightley.
Then, Nicole?
She too was part of the president's plan. She was there to bear the blame and become the false assassin. The red-hooded
figure!
Exactly. I don't know how much the plan Miss Swift knew beforehand. However, she didn't fire the gun. All she did was aim the laser pointer at the president's head. So she was in on it too!
That's right,
In on it too, or... Were you just trying to fake the assassination attempt in order to get a scoop? Like, oh, haha, if I point this laser at his head, they'll think he's gonna get shot. Oh my god, it'll be such an event. Okay, if that actually is what happened, Nicole, no, that's horrible. That's causing unnecessary panic in the people around you. Not to mention, probably still illegal. Once the crowd began to panic, you would turn your parka inside out. And thus the red-hooded figure vanished. After that, you discarded the gun and security plan in the trash. Oh, so she did have a gun. And the illusion of the assassin vanishing like a ghost was complete. Wario's investigation agency? I'd play it. And with the assassination gone, the place would go unsolved, pal. Yes, that was what he had hoped for.
That's why he wouldn't let Mr. Edgeworth investigate the case.
Maybe she was paid to do it. I'm hoping this was, like, not her idea. Like, I'm hoping she was in on it and paid to get the scoop. Exactly. All of this was an asinine publicity stunt from a lying president.
But you...
Oh my god, he deflated. Oh my god, he inflated. I see. So this is the true Dijon Huang. He was just full of hot air the whole time. He was just sucking it in. Wow, a lying president? Who would have guessed?
You are wrong.
Looking like a walrus, that dude. The muscle spirits are exercised. He revealed his true form. The assassination is a lie, isn't it?
The chief. Why did he have to pick you? Why couldn't he pick someone incompetent like a spiky-haired defense attorney? This should not have happened.
Objection!
It was all a lie. Okay. Well, that was somebody on the fan translation team recording in his basement. Well played, Mr. Prosecutor. Excuse my voice. It got deep for a second.
Nightly.
I'm speaking with the president now, thank you very much. You're a chess player. You know knights always strive to protect their king. I mean, yeah, but they're also one of the pieces that get sacrificed a lot. So shut up. Now. I will not. Origination, welcome on in. Who is my favorite character and who do I love to hate? We haven't met that many characters so far in this iteration of the game. But you do know I like me a Gumshoe. He's the goodest boy, so loyal. Who do I love to hate? Right now, I love to hate Knightley. He's got a gun. Shut up now! Are you threatening me, Mr. Knightley? Ah! What's with this guy? Oops, sorry. I went over the top there. But on to business. As my first move, I want to thank Lemonade Cafe for that raid. Can we get a shout out for Lemonade Cafe? How was the Kamen Rider? Was it a good game? I hope it was a good game. Kamen Rider, you know Kamen Rider doesn't use guns? Or maybe he does, I don't know, I never watched one. But I have a gun. How's it going? Hope you had a good time. Thank you for the raid, and everybody, welcome on into the voice acting. Grab a nest, get comfy, and enjoy the show. Lemon Raid! 3, 2, 1. This is just me doing this raid message. Rider kick. Wow, sounds just like Kamen Rider. On to business. As my first move, I want to ask you a question. Brooklyn Rage. You say I fired a gun on the stage, right? And I should have been caught. The entire audience was watching me. Ah, but you see, now it's my move. You use a certain object to prevent the spectators from seeing you. A certain object? I got photographic evidence right here, baby. Check it out. Hiding his... Look, you can see, he's pointing something. What did Knightley use to prevent the audience from seeing him? The bulletproof case! Should have upgraded to an extra large case, Mr. Knightley. At the merchant. Welcome! The attaché case! Your Wii U crashed? Oh, I'm sorry. Was that the fault of the game, or maybe the fault of the Wii U? It is an old system now. Exactly. I'd like you to have a look at this photo Kay took. A look at the photo took. Your right hand is completely hidden by the case. This photo captures the exact moment you secretly fired the gun. You used the attaché case as a screen. Objection! Oh! 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 The Great Return, the Grand Revival, my Edgeworth's theme! Ooh, I like it. I like it. Ooh, ah, ooh. Ba 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 ba. You seem to enjoy making up convenient stories, Mr. Prosecutor. Origination closes tab. Finally, you can consolidate. I love when that happens. Sprint, what's up? But you missed something. What have I missed? And everything you just said is just a hypothesis, a theory, a game theory. Flags flapping in the wind, using the case as a screen. The security plans were modified because I can't move my neck. You got no decisive evidence. Yeah, it'd be great if you had the bullet to hit the balloon. Then you could examine it and see if the ballistic markings match my gun. But that bullet's probably at the bottom of the lake. Finding it would be real tough, right? Gumshoe, go diving.
Yes, sir.
I hate to admit it, but it's as he says. There's no decisive evidence. Is he air quoting? Is that what he's doing? I thought he was like pinching at invisible cherries from a tree or something. If there's no proof, the only thing you can do is shut up. So, do so.
Hold it.
Who's holding? Oh, hold it! Miss Swift. That's it. If she speaks, we could hear the new testimony. Hey, lady, you got something to say? Never mind. Well, now that we know you're in on the plot, we need to hear your story. Nothing left to hide, right, Nicole? Nicole, please, please, the truth will set you free. There we go. I thought so. Nicole! Don't be afraid. The truth will escape if you let that man intimidate you. I mean, he may have a gun, but he's not going to fire it, I swear. Right? Right, I assume not. You're a reporter, a journalist, are you not? A games journalist. I will not remain silent. You better consider your position. Use your head before you're saying something you'll regret. I forgot the #1 rule of journalism. Journalists must not tell lies. Gee, if only Lotta Hart knew that. You can't call it a scoop if it ain't the truth. What is that? Mr. Edgeworth, I'm sorry. I've been hiding this the whole time. A separate laser pointer, huh? Okay. My phone's no longer overheating. Yeah, it came back. It might overheat again soon, but we'll see about that. It just needs to have enough battery to make it through the rest of the stream. It's overheating because it's plugged in and it's hot in my room. Alright, I'm taking it off the charger. I think it should be fine. It'll last like an hour, right? This is... You know what kind of looked like something else? I used this laser pointer to aim at the president. That's all I did. I never fired the gun. You stupid woman! If you testify, you'll be admitting you're an accomplice. Yeah, but at least you're not the perpetrator. I don't care. I gotta tell him everything. 3 days ago, I was covering an event at the Zhengfa embassy. Then some of the president's men called me over. They said if I cooperated, I'd get an exclusive interview with the president. She was bribed. Oof. Sprint started 3 hopes. Your favorite VA's in it. Ooh, who is that? And the gun in the trash? I really don't know. I saw all I was told was to come wearing a red hood and aim a laser pointer. I never thought it would snowball into all of this. I'm really, truly sorry. That was so suspicious. I would not take that job. Wow, of course they were gonna pin something on her. That's what happened. Nicole, thank you. That was a testimony worthy of the courtroom. This is sufficient testimony to verify the fake assassination plot. Damn, yo! The lot of you! You're all a bunch of mindless morons! It's a shame. If only you would have been able to usurp the investigation as planned. Like, do a publicity stunt. Okay, sure. No, I'm not gonna stop you from doing that if it doesn't hurt anybody. But you were gonna pin this non-existent crime on an innocent woman? That is absolute balls. Wow. Oh my god. Need to raise money to get the phone and water cooler. I could do that. The problem is it wouldn't fit on the little like mount I have. I've seen the Linus Tech Tips videos. Little like water cooling that needs a reservoir. You just stick some ice cubes in it. They do work. Honestly, I think I should replace the battery on this phone. It's used, so it probably like heats faster than it should. You would have been able to silence this young lady if only you... Oh! That didn't hit anybody, did it? Oh my god, that almost hit himself in the head. His face. Blast! So, tomorrow's headlines will now read, Fake assassination plan exposed. Becomes a murder. Right?
I can't believe that you'd do something this horrible, pal.
So what? Was Rook planned to die as part of this showboating? Or did he get caught up in it somehow? We don't know what caused that. I admit nothing.
Hold it.
The president, looking as deflated as ever. I like how his flaps, his skin flaps end up looking like a sad lion with a lion's jowls.
Knightley, that's enough. We have no choice but to admit it.
So, Mr. President, you admit that you planned a fake assassination?
Yes, I admit it. I'm sorry.
But why? Why did you have to do this?
My approval ratings in Zhengfa have fallen. I wanted to appeal to them as a strong president who survived an assassination. But in the end, it was just a lie. A stupid lie.
A lie that got your bodyguard killed. And the bullet in this bulletproof vest.
Prepared earlier. It was not fired today.
It'll do. Wow, I'm still getting evidence updates? I wonder why.
But what about Mr. De Killer?
It seems our plan was leaked. Someone wanted to make this facing assassination real.
That's why De Killer wore that red raincoat. He would impersonate the culprit from the plan in order to approach the president.
But there's still one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
Why did Rook die? His death was not a part of this charade, and yet it really happened.
Was there yet another assassin out there? Okay, so it's starting to be a little less silly. And I think the Ace Attorney games, when done right, do a very good job of this. Making all of these contrived coincidences actually come together to form a actually premeditated plot. Maybe, you know, premeditated on the parts of multiple people. But all coming together to make some ridiculous reverse escape room plot that you have to unravel yourself. And that's what I find fun about Ace Attorney. This you can tell this is one of the good ones. One of the good games. Yes, why was his life taken?
Ethan was an outstanding bodyguard. Even though he wasn't from my country, he had my utmost trust.
I wouldn't think that having the trust of a cowardly president meant that much, honestly.
Cowardly Lion. What is this, Wizard of Oz? Poma. Is this going to be on YouTube? Yeah. According to Twitch rules, I have to wait 24 hours before posting anything from Twitch on YouTube. So yesterday's stream is going to be on there tonight, and tonight's stream is going to be here on YouTube tomorrow. That's usually how I do it, so look out for it then. Thanks for asking.
Hey, that's the same sort of bond between me and Mr. Edgeworth, pal.
You know Gumshoe would take a bullet for Edgeworth, no problem. I wouldn't put it that way. Come on, Edgeworth, you know it's to be true. Did Rook know of your plan?
Not the exact details. I asked him to cooperate, and he refused.
Refused? You should have listened to his advice.
Yes, indeed. I wouldn't have done all this if I had known.
Why do I have to wait? It's part of the Twitch affiliate terms of service. If Twitch finds out I'm putting out YouTube videos ahead of 24 hours, they can actually take away my affiliate status. That also applies to certain partners too. Depends on their contracts, because they each have a different one. But some partners are like, yeah, I had to change it, so, you know, I have to change it too.
Yes, indeed. I wouldn't have done all this had I known.
Tisk, you're being too dramatic. What? Rook was just one piece of the president's defense.
Nightly. That's...
And it's not as if he cooperated with your plan. I did. He ran away, taking whatever dignity he had left with him. Good riddance. Then why is he in here? Did they kill him because they didn't want him to interfere?
I know you're a valuable bodyguard, but still.
I don't have time for this, sir. I'm the team leader now. There's going to be a lot of changes now that the chicken's gone. Hey, I'm right here. After all, adaptation is the most important principle in chess.
I know you always wanted to be the team leader. But isn't this a bit imprudent?
I will orchestrate even more perfect plans, just like this one. This was not a perfect plan. If you hadn't noticed, everything went wrong. You love how Ace Attorney knows how to do a serious plot but have levity to it as well. Absolutely, just like the Yakuza games. I bet they could have a crossover. In fact, they kinda did. You ever heard of the game Project Cross Zone? The big old crossover game with a lot of properties from different companies. Phoenix Wright is in that game, and also Goro Majima from Yakuza is in that game. And there's this whole thing where like, oh yeah, Phoenix, thanks for defending me, says Goro Majima. I definitely wasn't winning over points with the judge for threatening him in the middle of court. Well, next time don't do that, Goro. Next time don't do that. You definitely have ambition. But was it your perfect plan today, failure? Good seeing the stream? Well, thank you, TGO Poma. I'll see you on the VOD. Hello, future TGO Poma. How you doing? Leave a comment below if you're listening. If it weren't for you and that idiot Rook, it would have been perfect. What did Rook do?
he hadn't died, the killer wouldn't have threatened me. And you would have never set foot in this plane. Edger's going to bed. Have a good night.
Nightly, how can you say such a thing?
Yeah, he died trying to save you, Mr. President. Maybe he fulfilled his lifelong ambition.
He died protecting the president?
Huh? But the assassination was fake, right?
Where did the real bullet come from?
Of course it was, but you need to listen closer, little girl. Remember the guy who wanted to make the fake assassination real? There were 2 gunshots at the time of the incident. The first was as you said, I shot the balloon. But the second one wasn't me.
So who fired the second shot? Was it the killer?
The real assassin. But it wasn't the killer. He intended to attack the president with a knife, not a gun.
What if it was a knife gun? A gun blade? Final Fantasy VIII. The lucky winner was the hidden queen. Or should I say, the lady in the coat over there. Oh, you're really just gonna pin it on her even after all we've done.
Huh?
You accusing Nicole, pal?
I ain't no assassin.
Really? I don't believe you.
The gun that was left in the trash, that was yours, right?
It is true that the gun in the trash can is different from Knightley's gun that he's holding right now, and is different from the gun that Rook has on him. But obviously that's wrong. But where did the extra gun come from? You're gonna stream a lot of Capcom games. You need to play these. Please do. I love seeing people stream Ace Attorney 1. I will say, have a cup of water. Have an entire thermos of water handy. I've got mine. You will need it.
I shot the balloon and entered the plane with Rook and the president. Rook waited in the cabin while I led the president into the security room. When I came out, Rook was already on the ground. The bullet that lady fired must have hit him while he escorted the president to the plane. The shot was fired from the gun you found in the trash.
That does check out, technically. So you're saying that you don't know exactly when the victim was shot?
A knight's job isn't to protect the Rook, it's to protect the king. Hail to the king, baby!
Huh? It's a Duke Nukem reference.
What's a Duke Nukem?
Man, I'm old. What he's trying to say is that his job was to protect the president only.
It's over if you lose the king. Checkmate. That's the first rule of chess.
If you let your pieces get taken right in front of you, you're not likely to win.
But I did win. Look, the president is safe.
Oof. Don't claim victory when the game has only just begun. Bold of these guys to use chess metaphors on Edgeworth. This man's even got a checkered tie. I just realized. Ba-ba-ba. Press it. So the victim had no part in your plan. Oh, that's true. It's also a reference to Evil Dead. Hail to the king, baby. Groovy.
Yeah, that's right. He didn't even know it was all fake. So you're saying he thought it was a real assassination attempt? But you fired the gun right next to him. Wouldn't he have noticed?
Maybe he did. Not that it matters now. Besides, even if he thought the assassination attempt was a fake, his duty was to protect the king. He made a split-second decision to sacrifice himself. The victim was truly a man of honor.
You're wrong. It was all part of my plan. He simply assisted in our little performance on stage.
How could you treat your own coworker's life so nonchalantly?
He used to steal my milk from the break room fridge.
Oh, I see. That justifies everything.
No, it doesn't.
Why did you do that? The assassination was supposed to be fake.
There were a lot of guests milling about outside. Wouldn't it be bad if the president who just escaped an assassination was seen lounging around and drinking grape juice? Imagine the headlines.
What was the victim doing at that time?
How should I know? I was with the president inside the security room. Anyways.
You'll try to remember to hydrate after a long cutscene? Please do. I do need it. I forget sometimes. That's why the redemption is there. Rook was already on the ground. Knightley reminds you of Sigma? You know, yeah, if he shaved his head... Well, hold on, let me get to him. Where did you find the body? If you shaved his head bald, like, yeah, that's kind of Sigma's face, isn't it? A little bit. It was Sigma all along. He's gone Maverick. Thank you for the hydrate. And his, yep, the hair is what immediately makes you think, yeah, he's shaped like a knight, isn't he? And the Horus part of his name, and the fact that his neck brace becomes the base of the knight piece. About where he is now, he collapsed in the middle of the room. Like, Ace Attorney does this all the time. It's not just enough to do name puns, they also do visual puns. When I retired, the door to the plane was already closed. The bullet must have hit Rook right before the door closed. Talk about a hassle. It's all his fault that this plan failed. Ah, but what if Horus shot Rook inside the plane? Because if Huang was already in the security room, nobody would have been a witness.
Knightley, that's too far.
Even if he protected the king, he couldn't protect his honor. He was careless in his duty, and he paid the price for it. This man is truly despicable. You're despicable. As I'm saying, hey, show us your gun. How many shots have been fired? Weren't you both carrying a bulletproof attaché cases? Yeah, when Rook noticed the laser pointer, we opened up those bad boys and became the president's shield. You're telling me that the bullet slipped through the space between your shields? Are you claiming that Miss Swift has such precise aim? Well, she was targeting the president. I wouldn't say your aim is precise at all. So what? What is Knightley saying right now? He's saying that even though the assassination was fake and she was part of the plan, you're claiming that she also had a real gun that she used to shoot the president? Like, okay, if you didn't trust her to be your fake victim, why would you... Like, or let me put it like this. If you had enough trust to make her your fake assassin and putting her in a place that a real assassin would be in order to shoot the president, without thinking that would be a possibility, then you are a terrible bodyguard. But of course, that's not true. So the bullet just was off target and that happened to hit the victim instead, through the tiny gap between his bulletproof vest and case. I don't want to believe it either, but they say the truth is stranger than fiction. Rook was hit by a 1 in a million shot, and you had the evidence to prove it. The shot was fired from the gun you found in the trash. Ah, if only we had the bullet. If only we had the bullet that went through. Oh. How do we find that bullet? We need the bullet that went through Rook. So the second shot wasn't part of your plan? That's right. She did that on her own. If you think about it, wasn't she desperate for a scoop? I'm a journalist. I ain't no murderer. Well then, who was the one who joined the plan in order to get exclusive coverage? Don't answer that. Nicole. Can't check his gun. Oh yeah, it's true. He is unloading it. Although okay, here's what we need. We need to find the bullet that went through Rook, find its rifling pattern, and then find the bullet that Knightley shot into the lake. And then find that rifling pattern. If they match, then we know he shot Rook. It's just like you said. I orchestrated this fake assassination attempt. She was only supposed to aim the laser pointer. I guess it wasn't enough for her. She prepared her own gun and took aim at the president. She probably thought she wouldn't get caught if she went on and shot me too. Yeah, the bodyguard with the bulletproof vest and the attaché case. She's totally want to do that. Knightley fired the first shot, and then Miss Swift fired the second one. In other words, Nicole also had a gun. I never thought she was the type. No. Without any proof, it's just pure speculation. Is there any proof of this other gun? No. Then bam! Let's present some evidence. The bullet shot was fired from the gun you found in the trash. Okay. Maybe the bullet's still in him? Maybe. We'd have to autopsy. I'm thinking... Okay. My theory is... Well, this obviously has to be false. How do we prove that it didn't come from the trash revolver? So, okay, here's what I'm thinking. If this is her own gun, why is it the same model as the one you bodyguards use, huh?
Objection!
You, sir, are full of it.
Tisk tisk, no no. So you shot the balloon and Miss Swift shot Rook. Is that really true? I can't see it any other way. The gun we discovered in the trash was fired twice. The number of gunshots don't add up. Right! Right! Well, that's another gunshot. Because we now know one of them is Knightley's gun. So 2 shots doesn't make sense anymore. Why don't the gunshots add up? It's simple. This gun is fake evidence left behind by the real criminal. Fake evidence? Think about it. The criminal planted this for a reason. By finding the gun, we'd assume that the assassin was in the audience, in order to make us believe that the gun was used by the assassin. The gun needed to appear as if it had been fired twice. I get it, because 2 shots were fired during the incident. However, we proved that the bullet that hit the balloon did not come from this gun. Therefore, I have my doubts as to whether this gun also took Rook's life. Here it comes. You're packing some serious heat. Gun puns. Enough with the song and dance. You come this far, go ahead and say it. I won't just say it, I'll prove it. The one who really shot Rook is the slime. No, it's not the slime. Horace Knightley, you murdered Rook. Heh, you finally said it. He's very confident for a man about to be convicted of murder.
Knightley, you couldn't have.
The killer wasn't the only one who took advantage of the fake assassination plot. Did you really just kill him to become the leader? You intended to murder Rook and claim he was a victim of the assassination. Once the president had entered the security room and the door to the plane was closed, only the victim and Knightley would have been left in this room. Exactly as I said. Man, his head is square. And at that moment, you fired a 3rd bullet directly at Rook.
Objection! Objection!
A toy bullet? Ha! Only 2 gunshots were heard. The numbers don't match up.
Objection!
The plane's walls are soundproof. If the door was closed, the gunshot would not have been heard outside, which means that the bullet must still be in this plane, huh? But wasn't the president in the next room? That's true. The president may have heard the gunshot. Mr. President, did you hear a gunshot?
I didn't hear any gunshots.
Maybe the security room is also soundproof? But weren't you watching this room through the security cameras?
The cameras in this room aren't usually turned on.
How convenient!
I turned on the power after I entered the security room.
So you didn't turn on the power immediately after entering the room?
No. Actually, I...
What is it? He's not being clear. Does he not remember? Was he drugged? Mr. President, focus! This is vital!
I was...
Please!
I was hiding under the bed, covering my ears.
Wang! What? But you knew the assassination was fake!
It doesn't matter, I simply hate the sound of guns.
What? This is not the time to be a scaredy cat, Wang. You are the only person who could have provided us that evidence.
The terrifying sound, I just can't help it.
Yeah, me too. That definitely ain't going in my article. I mean, you can, if you want to expose him for the coward he is. Ahem. Knightley, you saw the president hiding under the bed. Furthermore, you could tell if the security cameras had been turned on by looking at the monitors. In that moment, when the president wouldn't hear the gunshot or see the room. You had a chance to fire a third bullet at Rook. Oh, let's go. Uh-huh. I mean, I guess a phobia of guns is reasonable, but still, he's supposed to be all brave. It was all a facade. Also, yeah, Blade, you weren't here earlier, but I had pointed out them being their chess pieces like in the very first stream of this. It's just that picture they just showed of Rook, he really has a very, very square head.
Knightley, did you deceive me?
You really think I killed that moron? That's cold, Mr. President. Have a little faith in me, the bodyguard who's risking his life to protect you.
I want to believe you. I really do, but
I just don't get it. Why are you suspecting me alone? There's still the possibility that she's the killer. No.
This gun is not the murder weapon. The number of missing bullets makes that clear.
Maybe it was one short to begin with. Ever think of that?
Whoa. He's not wrong.
Maybe it already fired a shot yesterday or the day before, and the second shot was fired today, the one that hit Rook.
well, isn't that just a perfect excuse?
Excuse? The possibility exists, you can't deny that.
He's right. I can't deny it completely.
You need decisive evidence. Evidence so decisive that it makes my heart stop and my logic crumble.
Wow. Tutorial case much. It's like he's trying to provoke me.
You got something like that?
He knows we don't. That's the problem.
Mr. Edgeworth, can you do anything?
We have to find the bullet. It has to be here.
At this rate, Nicole will. Mr. Prosecutor, it's true, I did an awful thing for a scoop, but I never killed nobody. I could never do a thing like that.
Decisive evidence. If I could prove that the murder weapon was Knightley's gun. Proof it was his gun.
Yeah, it'd be great if you had the bullet that hit the balloon. Then you could examine it and see if the ballistic markings match my gun.
If we can find the bullet that took Rook's life, I know it! We can determine which gun fired the shot from the ballistic markings.
You got no evidence, then we're done talking.
Objection!
Objection! Hold it!
That's a different sound clip. What? You don't seriously have decisive evidence. Really? You gonna give me decisive evidence on this day of my evidence deciding? Give me a decided evidence gift on my decided evidence day?
Naturally.
It's a big joke. Well, come on now, show us. What's this so-called evidence?
The bullet that took Rook's life. That's the decisive evidence I need. This evidence, do I have it? I don't have it. I don't have it.
Okay, it's game over, man.
However, it is somewhere in this room.
What?
All right, count the number of misshot bullets that Knightley has shot. But then he has reloaded. Man, I should have been counting that too.
What?
The bullet that killed Rook pierced through his body.
So where did the bullet go?
Earlier, you explained it like this. The bullet that took Rook's life pierced through his body and then hit the vest.
Number 2.
Technically number 3, but also he reloaded at one point. When did he reload?
It's right. It'd be dangerous if he hadn't worn that bulletproof vest.
However, now that the fake assassination plan has come to light, we know that the bullet in the bulletproof vest was prepared earlier. So then, where did the bullet go?
Interesting. Very interesting. Do you have the answer?
Do I have evidence that shows the location of the bullet that killed Mr. Rook? I think I just might. All right, hear me out. It has to be something that was inside the plane already, that we found inside the plane. There's nothing in the attaché case. It's not in his body. It's not in the vest, because the vest has a different bullet. Is it in the little plushie in the monitors?
Take that!
In this room, there is one thing that's clearly missing.
Something missing? You sure it's not your brain?
Oh my God! That was a good one. I'd like you to look at this rack of security monitors. He's misfired at least 3. You've seen him reload twice. Okay. There are at least 10 rounds sitting on the ground. Oh man, maybe he's trying to hide evidence some more. Leave a bunch of extra bullets on the ground so we can't find the bullet that shot Rook. Too bad that he'd be dumping unused bullets. It seems you've noticed, Mr. President. Among these images of the plane surroundings, only the feed from the right side of the plane is absent. That's what's missing. A single monitor. Oh, no, wait, it's not in the plushie. It's in the right side of the plane. They don't want you to see the bullet hole.
Objection!
Mr. President, there was originally a monitor here, wasn't there?
That's right. Why is there a stuffed toy now?
That must have been put there to hide the empty space where the monitor used to be. Why is the monitor missing, and where did it go? Why? Undoubtedly because it was hit by the bullet. That too, I consider that as well. In order to make us think that the bullet really hit the Bulletproof Vest, it would be a problem if another bullet hole was discovered.
So then, where did the monitor go?
Where? It should be hidden somewhere inside this plane. There hasn't been a chance to dispose of it outside since it was shot. Detective Gumshoe, search this plane.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
President Swang, President Huang, you said extraterritorial laws apply to this plane.
I will allow it. There is no problem.
He's the president, he'll allow it.
I just want to know the truth of Rook's death.
Damn it, you think this is a joke? You're always like this, Rook that. I sense a little jealousy in those words. Detective, we have his approval. Go ahead. Yeah, that's what he should have been doing. Like, just firing shots all willy-nilly. Oh my god, look at Dijon's sprite now. His belly's peeking out. You can see his belly button. Put it away, sir. Nobody wants to see that. Oh look, that poor monitor. I could have used that for retro video games.
Mr. Edgeworth, I found it, sir.
Good job, Gumshoe. Raise and pay. Good work, detective. Now let's extract the bullet from the monitor. Careful, though.
If I do this here and then do that, I got it.
Just get it out of there, Gumshoe. It's not a Rubik's Cube. Well, it is definitely stained with blood. I'm certain this is the bullet that killed Rook. Wang might be a liar and a coward, but he does have a spirit that desires justice. Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Bloody bullet. In British, you would just call it a bullet. This is the bullet that will crush your arguments. The decisive evidence that blows a hole in your logic. If the ballistic markings on this bullet do not match the gun found in the audience area, Miss Swift will be cleared of suspicion. Ha 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 ha, he's sweating. Monk has sweat. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue. Horse got your neck. That one escaped me. Detective, we need to examine the ballistic markings. Send the gun and bullet to forensics.
Roger. We should be able to find clear markings on this bullet, sir.
Ooh. What do you get? Is he at risk of being shocked? Actually, yes. Even if it's not plugged in. The way that old monitors worked, they got like capacitors that might still have charge. So you actually do have to be careful when taking apart old TVs. Assuming that was a CRT. Maybe it was digital, I don't know. Now then, let's listen to the forensic report. That's actually good advice. Like, if you're ever taking apart an old TV, be careful. Wear, like, electrician's gloves.
Reporting! First, the blood on this bullet matches the victim's blood.
So this bullet really did take Rook's life.
Also, Horace Knightley's fingerprints were found on this gun.
Knightley's fingerprints probably came from when he took all our evidence. The real issue is the ballistic markings. If the markings don't match, Miss Swift will be cleared of suspicion.
And the bullet's ballistic markings match this gun.
Wait, that gun?
What?
Oh, wait, no. Wait, no, that's not what we want. But wait, how do we know that's not the gun that he used at the time, huh? How do we know that the gun he has right now isn't the gun that he was using before, huh? Or they match? What? No, why?
There's no mistake. The bullet was fired from this gun.
What? Huh? That's strange. Looks like I was right after all. Naturally. Did you really think you had me cornered? I mean, the music was playing. You misread the board. Nice flips. The one who's been cornered is you. Oh. Yo, we still playing the feud, boyos. Knightley's logic. I feel it. This has to be the last testimony of the stream. It's the Ballistic Markings. New song. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Oh. If the Ballistic Markings match this gun, there can be no doubt. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the audience area. Who could have used the gun? Not me, because I was on stage. But what about that lady reporter in the audience? All the evidence points to the young lady as the assassin who killed Rook. You can't prove that that's not the gun you happened to have before on stage, right? Just swap out the laser sight. Well, it's your move, Mr. Prosecutor. Your move. Yu-Gi-Oh! Where did you find this gun again? And which gun fired the bullet? At least we know. It ain't me. I ain't no senator's son. This can't be happening. It can't be. I thought we were done. That clever son of a mother. The president and I have admitted to the fake assassination plot. Now it's your turn to admit who the real criminal is. That doesn't make Nicole the criminal. Don't get riled, okay? Let him have his say first. After he's done, it won't be too late to begin our counterattack. All right, Mr. Edgeworth. Long case? I think these are about as long as Ace Attorney normally is. Normally. I like it. I like how somehow, even without it being designed for streaming, every time I play an Ace Attorney, intervals between saves are like the perfect place to stop. It just worked out that way. Match the gun. Why did that happen? Bricklewort, what's up? Oh, you've been here. Sorry. Hope you're doing good. No, that's... Steal the gun. How long are they usually? When I stream them, usually like 4 hours about, give or take an hour. Didn't you say it earlier? This is decisive evidence. Well, how does it feel to have a hole blown through your reasoning? The ballistic markings matched the gun we found, so... Does that mean Nicole really was the shooter? No, it just means he swapped his guns out. I'd like to believe otherwise.
But he's got the decisive evidence on his side, sir.
This is a new one for Ace Attorney for me. I like this. How should I proceed? If Miss Swift isn't the killer, then the ballistic markings should not match. Turn it around! Do the Phoenix thing! Thoughts, Kay? Huh. If the evidence is impossible, then maybe we should doubt the evidence itself, right? Doubt the evidence? Nicole's definitely not a criminal, so if the evidence says that she's a criminal, there must be something wrong with it. You seem awfully sure of yourself. It's a great thief's intuition. Intuition. Still, it's quite possible. Clee, nice hair. How you doing? I see you coming on in. Do you like Ace Attorney? I like Ace Attorney. Hope you're doing good. Above all, Miss Swift doesn't seem like the type of person to sell such elaborate lies. Poof. In court, the evidence is everything. And yet, here, I am doubting it. Which evidence do I doubt? The gun, the bullets, neither. Well, okay, I have to be careful here. Can I save? Just, you know, tradition for an Ace Attorney game. Save before you make any sort of decision. From save point. Please doing well? Saw me streaming? Yeah! Well, get comfy, enjoy the show. and listen to the dulcet tones of chicken. Am I winning? I'm trying to win, Akira. I'm trying to win. But you know what heckin' happened? Contrary to whatever happens in Ace Attorney usually, when you find the decisive evidence, you win. First time in an Ace Attorney where I've seen the enemy take my evidence and use it against me. What did they? They're smarter than I thought. I'm trying, Akira. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Okay, so here's what I think actually happened. I think that the gun may have fired the bullets, but it doesn't, just because it was found in the trash can doesn't mean that it was used by Nicole. I think that Mr. Knightley over here had that gun, used it to shoot both the Steel Samurai and Rook, and then planted it at some point. When would he have time to plant it? Wait, oh no. When was the gun planted? If Knightley was in the security plane the whole time, oh no, then he wouldn't have had time to plant it. Rook wasn't already dead. Okay, I'm not gonna doubt the gun. Bullets, though. How was the, what? Maybe all of their guns have the same rifling pattern? Okay. Is there anything about the bullet that could render it fake, I wonder? Take a look. Security monitor believed to have taken Rook's life. Okay. Maybe it's the fake bullet? Could there be something strange about the bullet? Detective, did you do anything to the bullet? Okay, maybe not.
Huh? Like what, sir?
I don't know, like step on it, or perhaps fall on it.
Terrible, sir.
You're terrible, Mr. Edward. No, Gummy, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Oh, my phone overheated again. No, my ears. My heart, more like. I'm the best lawyer chicken ever. Thank you, Chibi. The bullet was only just found. I'm wondering why there's an option to say neither then. My instinct was to say doubt the gun, but I'm wondering how. None of the evidence seems particularly doubtful. Are you sure? Well, your prosecutor's badge seems a little doubtful to me. Could be a fake. That explains the poor job you're doing here. Alright, my instinct was right in the first place. It's the gun. I thought about it too much, then I doubted myself. I'm perma-smug, look at me. What? Oh my god. I'm wondering. I got kicked out because I said no more evidence. Oops. Who indeed? You already know the answer. You just don't want to admit it, huh? I know the feeling. It's probably like how I felt before. Feeling so irritated, you're just itching to pull the trigger. Ugh. But this ain't the time to be choking around. Only one person could have used that gun. Not me, because I've been on stage. What about that lady reporter in the audience? Do you have proof that Miss Swift fired the gun? Whoa there! Horse pun. Didn't the boys in blue already prove that? But Nicole's fingerprints weren't found on the gun!
And yours were all over it, pals.
Well, that's because I was just handling all the evidence earlier. Oh man, why'd I have to give it all to him? If that lady isn't the killer, who else could it be? You were the one who cornered the assassin in the audience. Capiche? In fact, from every angle on the board, all the evidence points to that young lady as the assassin who killed Rook. I don't recall that being proven. Well, what exactly have you proved? Oh yeah, you proved that I fired the first bullet. But you're forgetting one crucial thing. Why were you caught here in the first place?
It's obvious, pal. We came to find the truth.
You consider the worsening relationship with Zhang Fa to be the truth. No, your purpose here was to solve the attempted assassination incident. My purpose here is for me to decide. It is not to be decided by the likes of you. You can't break my face, my concentration. I'm too smug. I smugged too much and then my face got stuck like this. What's up, Dylan? Nice knife.
Whatever. If you spend all day arguing like this, the case is gonna go unsolved. Just give it up already. The real criminal is the lady over there. Forget about it.
No, the real criminal can be none other than this man. The ballistic markings match the gun we discovered in the trash can.
When at a buddy double.
Oh, good. When did Knightley have the opportunity to touch the gun? It could have only been when I handed over the evidence.
He swapped the gun. He swapped the gun when I gave over the evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, is there anything we can do? Okay, now I understand how the gun is suspicious.
This is an obstacle we'll have to overcome.
But doesn't he have decisive evidence?
The testimony born from knives will always contain a contradiction. Firstly, I will need to press Knightley for more details.
Chickens.
My phone overheating, coming in late. Do we have an idea who did the murder?
Do we have an idea who did the murder? It's this guy. But he tampered with the evidence. Because at one point we gave them all to him because we're dummies.
No, that's...
We have the evidence. We have the evidence. We just need to prove that it's wrong.
Intuition. It's possible. Evidence. What evidence do I doubt?
I doubt the gun.
If anything's suspect here, it can only be the gun. The bullet was discovered just a moment ago. It couldn't have been tampered with yet. Did Knightley have a chance to tamper with the gun? It's because he knew it would have been found. Oh look, there's inflated Huang. Hehe.
You must hand over all the evidence you collected so far and leave this plane at once.
Why didn't we give it to Huang? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, be a good boy and do as you're told. I cannot resist any longer. That's it. He could have tampered with the gun at that time. There's no doubt that this gun is the real murder weapon. In that case, the owner of this gun is Horace Knightley again. He must have switched the guns. Without a doubt, this is Knightley's own gun. Switched with the gun found in the audience area. Matches the bullet's ballistic markings. Oh yeah, baby.
The bullet that kicked was fired from the gun you found in the audience area. Actually.
Oh wait.
No, yeah, actually.
Switched with the gun found in the audience area. This is Knightley's gun.
Objection!
Sorry.
But you a liar. You a liar.
Knightley, you fiend, you switched the guns! The gun that matched the ballistic markings was yours all along.
Interesting choice of move you made there.
The switch occurred at the time you seized the evidence, when we were arguing with the president over the investigation rights.
Chicken? Yeah, that's me. Fantastic Maxie. Fantastic Maxie, welcome on in. How you doing? I'm a chicken. No, I'm Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Can you not see by my hair and jabot? Clearly. Welcome.
You detached that laser sight from the gun found in the audience area and attached it to your gun. Then, when you returned the evidence, you gave me your own gun.
Did I do that? So what you're saying is, I knew you'd want me to examine the ballistic markings.
Indeed, staying one move ahead of your opponent. Isn't that the fundamental rule of chess?
Take down this horse. Would you rather fight one horse-sized horse or a chicken-sized chicken?
My bet's on the chicken.
I'm glad you feel that way, Mr. Prosecutor, but you're giving me too much credit. Besides, can you even prove I pulled the old switcheroo with the guns?
Oh, I can. Maybe. I'll try.
So the gun happens to be the same model as mine. Pure coincidence. But take a closer look. Only one of them has a laser pointer attached to it. It's removable. Check the number of bullets left in the chamber. Only 2 shots fired, see? There's no evidence that I switched the guns, right?
You could have just taken the bullets out and put them in the other one. Giving you too much credit. That hardly sounds like something you'd say.
Guess I'm just more modest than you. Well, except when I'm in front of a chessboard.
That's what you think.
But we're not in front of a chessboard. It's too bad. Don't use that as an excuse later. I didn't lose the game. I just couldn't find enough evidence. You're the one who should have an excuse ready. You didn't beat me at chess. You only found the evidence. Dun-dun! But. Maybe wrong, but this game might have some chess themes. Check the gun for prints. We know it has his prints on it. That's the problem. He handled all the evidence. Coincidence, you say? Perhaps it was simply bound to happen.
Which was it, pal?
Us bodyguards needed to use them to protect the president. And no matter how you slice it, that lady is a total amateur with guns. It was necessary for both of us to use revolvers. A revolver? Like the one Knightley's carrying?
Revolver.
Why would it be necessary?
It has a simpler mechanism, so it's easier to use. Something along those lines, probably. Is that what they say in Metal Gear Solid? Something like the way you hold the gun that's more of a revolver technique?
When you gotta get the job done, or if you're new to this sort of thing, there's nothing better. The truth is, I thought it was pure coincidence all along.
You could easily move the pointer off. Why is that even evidence? This guy and his unsafe gun spinning. Is he putting his finger in the trigger guard? Oh my god, he is. I just noticed. I saw the animation play back on the stream. You attached the laser pointer to the gun yourself.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Show me the evidence.
Well, that's... Just bop him. Gumshoe bop him.
Yes, sir.
You can't do that. We're on Zengfa turf. You gotta get tried in Zengfa.
Oh man.
Can't go around calling people liars without proof. Didn't your daddy teach you that?
Oh, no, you do not talk about Edward's daddy. You just struck a nerve, sir. Oh god, you don't even know what you've just done.
At that point, I've got evidence on my side.
You just made fun of Daddy Edward's good name. No, you don't. Gregory Edgeworth was a saint.
Nice ascot, Mr. Egworth.
Thank you. Actually, it's called a jabot. Actually, it's a tissue box. Look at this thing. Yes, Alfira, welcome on in. How are you? Pretty finger looking good. Thank you, Jay. As I am always, every day. Thank you for noticing. How you doing, y'all? Y'all, can I get a shout out for Zelfira in the chat? She's been playing Ace Attorney 1, and she is on case 4. I'm not gonna say too much about Edward's dad because that you were playing the case earlier. You know he's involved. So all I'm saying is you're gonna see Edward shine now. Let's go. Doing good. I'm doing great. We're wrapping up on this case. We're right on the edge of cornering the supposed murderer. He tampered with the evidence, but I don't need evidence. I have words. Hungry for worms. Something's been bothering me for a while now. What about the chamber of your own gun?
My woman here? Now that you mention it.
Your woman here? Oh yeah, who's a gun VTuber? Stop, that's not safe.
I've been firing it off for a while now.
Stop, you're tampering with the evidence. Every time he fires, he reloads the gun?
So there's no way to check its status from the time of the incident.
That's it. In order to switch the guns, he would have needed to reload the bullets. Knightley is barehanded, and he had no time to put on gloves when the switch was made. Ooh! Check the prints on the bullets. Let's go!
Well, I think it's about time for you to resign. How about it, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
As you can see, Zalf, check this out. This game is pretty much like Ace Attorney, but we're not in a courtroom. We're just out here in the world, baby. And we still have the authority of all the edge, of all the worth. Testimony precedent, just the same thing, right?
No evidence I switched the guns, right?
If it is evidence, oh...
There isn't any. If there is, show it to me.
We know there is, pal. Don't we, Mr. Edgeworth?
There's no time for another investigation. I can only use what I have right now. think. Consider all the possibilities.
If you got something to show, let me know. Evidence that Knightley switched the guns? Does that even exist?
Also, this is Kay Faraday. Say hi to her. She's amazing. There's no evidence that directly proves that Knightley switched the guns. Yet, we know for a fact he did. If he didn't, there would be no explanation for the ballistic markings. Didn't notice this wasn't a court. Edgeworth's presence just steals the show. I know. Get those updated print stat. Gumshoe, update this autopsy report.
Yes, sir.
I need to carefully consider the meaning behind every piece of evidence linked to this testimony. The truth must be there. The gun happens to be the same model as mine. Coincidence. Now hold on, let me look at the evidence. Can I check? Oh, I can check the revolver now. Let's see. Edgeworth, be very careful. Do not point that at yourself. Examine. Check it out. Oh, Zelf, you haven't seen this. But this is the thing that some of the DS games do. You can examine the evidence in actual 3D. It's really cool. Check it out. You can interact with it, unload the gun, look at the bullets. This gun fired 2 bullets. That matches the number of bullets of gunshots heard.
This must be the murder weapon, sir.
But can we take the bullets out? Timeline-wise, these games happen after trials and tribulations, but that shouldn't spoil anything. Yeah, it should be good. Like, I mentioned this earlier. At most, it'll probably talk about events from Ace Attorney 1 and maybe Investigations 1. But, Ace Attorney 1, pretty much everybody should know what happens in that. And, you know, it's out for playing that, so you should be good. Alright, can I... What else can I do with the gun? Just shoot him! Just shoot him! That solves the problem. Weren't there ultimately 3 bullets shot? You know, that's true! Because he tried to make it match the other gun. That's true, you're right! Oh my god! Heck yeah, Blade. In that case, I'm presenting it. Check the number of bullets, only 2 shots fired. That's the problem, bro. Something's been bothering me for a while now. What about this chamber of your own gun? Oh. Huh. I regret pressing now. He can't protest if he's dead. Huh. Alright, well, we're living on a prayer.
Objection!
That's not it! Oh no! There's a glaring contradiction in your testimony. That's so? The only flaw I see is that it's just too perfect. There are no contradictions. Better wipe that board clean, Mr. Prosecutor. Looks like you're out of your league. Oi! I can't argue with that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. More bullets on the ground. Okay, so maybe it's this one. No evidence that you switched the guns? Actually, there is. Just making sure I'm not missing anything else. Okay, gun, present.
Objection!
Tisk tisk. No, no. Look at Edgeworth. He's got the same mannerisms, the same pose. This is Edgeworth right here, right now. That evidence is this. You call that evidence? It's the same gun again. What you doing? Prosecutor Edgeworth, you're trying too hard. Certain traces were left on this gun. Traces that prove this gun belongs to you. Show it to me. What kind of piece you got? A rook? A bishop? It better not be a pawn. Hey, even a pawn can win a chess game. It just needs to move correctly. The fingerprints on the bullets. You left your fingerprints on this gun.
Objection!
Fingerprints? Ha! That should be expected. I handled the gun earlier when I seized the evidence. Of course my fingerprints are on it. Objection! But what if the fingerprints are in a place they should not be? What? That's not possible. One of these days he's gonna accidentally shoot himself in the face, and that's gonna suck for him and for me. Poor gun handling. He does not follow proper gun discipline. Allow me to show you. There is one place where your fingerprints should not be. My ass. This piece of evidence will deal the... This piece of evidence will deal the final blow to your king. I'm sorry. Here, Detective Gumshoe, please have a look at the cylinder. 2 shots were fired, sir. But where would the fingerprints be? They would be right here. Is he called knightly because knights go first in chess, meaning that he takes the first shot? He's knightly because his hair is shaped like a horse's mane, and he's got like a neck brace, and also he's the knight in their code words. But hey, maybe that's another level to the pun. Capcom's writers, isn't it Takumi? Takumi? The guy who created Ace Attorney, didn't he also write this game? A lot of the Ace Attorney fan base is he's the best writer. And you know what? I feel like he is. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a layer to this whole thing. You made the switch when you seized the evidence earlier. However, if all you did was switch the guns, you would have been found out right away. That's because the number of bullets fired by the 2 guns are different.
The gun found in the audience area had fired 2 shots, sir.
Then what about Mr. Knightley's gun? He fired 2 shots at the balloon when he was on stage. And later, 1 shot to kill Rook. Am I good? I think I'm good. Am I not good? 3 shots in total, not counting the number of shots he's fired since then. I just made myself laugh too hard. And after each of those bullet times, you would reload the bullets. Tell us, Knightley, were you wearing gloves when doing that? Officer, in your report earlier, where were Knightley's fingerprints found on the gun?
Sir, the prints weren't just found on the outside of the gun. They were also found on the bullets as well.
Why didn't you report that earlier? I wouldn't have had to figure it out myself. Forensics needs a pay, Doc. He's fired 7 shots during this case. At least 4 of them at himself. If all you did was handle the evidence, why would your fingerprints be on the bullets? Ah! Make that 8. Ah! That's... With this, it has been proven that you switched the guns. The gun which fired the bullet that took the victim's life. It belongs to you, Horace Knightley. You're the one who stole Rook's life. You are the true assassin. I'm... Checkmate. Ooh. Dude just got hit in the head by half the evidence from the rest of the series. Did you see the blue badger? I saw the blue badger. The blue badger hit him on the head. Not to mention the the snackoos that Emma always eats, I think. I know. I saw the thinker. I saw the thinker from Larry Butts. It was there too. Oh my god. He just Mia Fade himself. Now wait a minute. Yeah, the thinker. At least he didn't shoot the gun. I was worried that was gonna be his breakdown. I was actually concerned. Thank goodness it wasn't. Oof. Ezra's got that sass, baby. I should have been made leader. Me! Rook! That piece of scum! If it hadn't been for him, I would have had complete control over everybody! My assassination plan, it was perfect. My plan was perfect. Dot. Detective Gumshoe, if you please.
Yeah, roger that, sir.
Oh, Gummy boy, the pipes are calling.
Gage, wait! This game isn't over yet. You hear me? I don't care what kind of detective hat you put on.
That's enough. Tisk tisk. The rest of this game will continue in the courtroom. Surprise! Ace Attorney Investigations 2 takes place in the courtroom. No, it doesn't.
Damn you!
Put him away. Book him, Gummy.
March 25, 5:12 p.m., Gourd Lake Park, stage.
Check it out, we're at Gourd Lake. Are we gonna find Gordy? We'll see.
You have my gratitude.
Oh, I see you found some time to reinflate his fake muscles.
You exposed a murderer among my bodyguards, and for that, I am truly in your debt.
Except you know what? Now you have 0 bodyguards, so that's a bit of a problem. Wang is recomposed. As soon as he stepped outside the plane, he reverted back to his king-like persona. Persona!
Some time ago, when I proposed the fake assassination plan,
You want me and not Rook?
Brooke declined. So I'm asking you, what do you say?
Alright, let's do this. I'll come up with the perfect plan. I can even use that guy as a chess piece.
Are his muscles fake? You should have seen him literally 5 minutes ago. I blew his mind so hard by proving him wrong that he literally deflated all his hot air and he turned into a walrus man. He was, not putting on his best appearance, let's say.
When Knightley said that, his eyes were overflowing with hatred towards Rook. Frankly, I was quite anxious about asking Knightley instead of Rook. Now that I recall those events, he probably sensed the anxiety in my countenance. Perhaps that is what gave him the impetus for murder.
Mr. President, if you have not orchestrated that fake plan, this would have not happened. That is your sin. A sin that won't disappear.
Yes. Yes, you are absolutely correct. You have my sincerest apologies.
I want somebody to take that nodding animation, give him Photoshop headphones on him, and just make a Hwang Jam. Like a Hwang Jam emote, just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
He's All Might. Oh, when All Might deflates, he gets all skinny. When Hwang deflates, he kind of just lets it all out.
I too must bear some responsibility for this. Even so, I am most grateful to you. I thank you for solving the mystery of Rook's death. I am scheduled to stay in this country for a little longer. But if any of you ever wish to visit the Republic of Zhengfa, you will always be welcome.
Yeah. He's just constantly flexing. That's how he keeps his gut in. Maybe his muscles really are real. He needs very strong ones to keep all that flab. Oh, look at that. We got the resolution music. It's like all the Ace Attorney songs are all the same. Nah, they're all sweet. They're all amazing.
Oh, Lordy. Thank you. I'm so happy for you, Nicole.
You were set up as the suspect for the murder. Still, your involvement with the fake assassination plan remains a fact. You will have to submit to police questioning later. You should know that there's still a possibility you may be charged with some crime.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about all this.
By the way, Nicole, she mentored under Lotta Hart. Apparently that's why she's also Southern. Fun fact. I understand you want to catch a scoop, but there's a line that should not be crossed.
I hear you. I promise to reflect on this. We did it, Mr. Edgeworth. That was awesome! Prosecutor Edgeworth solves presidential assassination attempt. It's gonna be big news. Big news? Mr. Prosecutor, would you mind telling us how you feel about solving this case?
I'm going to Disneyland. That was certainly a quick change of attitude. No comment.
Oh, don't be so ornery.
The reason is because this case is not over yet.
That's true, we need to actually take it to court. I'm going to Gay Waterland. Let's go.
Not over? What do you mean, sir?
What shows that this case is not over yet?
It's not over yet. Not yet, Snake.
Shelly the Killer? I think it's Shelly the Killer. Yeah, it's the only thing we haven't used.
Take that!
Hey, Killer's card.
Wait, you can examine this. That's definitely a card. Is it a ghost rare? I hope I can sell it at the local game store.
The Killer's card.
On the back is a blue eyes white dragon. Let's go. Steel Samurai Land? I wish. Why does Nicole have a bear trap? We'll never know. We'll never know. Journalism is hard work, man. You need all the tools you can get. Day Killer still hasn't carried out his request.
You mean killing the president?
Yeah, we need replacement bodyguards if he's still out there. Ooh. There's an exercise for sucking in your abdominal gut. It's called vacuums because you really are just sucking them in. Really? Huh. I hope this doesn't turn into a larger incident. Oh, Edgeworth, this is an Ace Attorney game. Of course it does. DL6, baby. SL9, baby. Letter number, baby. An assassination attempt on the president of Zengfa. News of this incident spread across the entire country. The mass media also hounded me as I began to prepare for the trial of Horace Knightley. Everyone had seen the news, and everyone was talking about it. Would Edgeworth be allowed to prosecute this case? Wouldn't he be not impartial? Or something? I don't know. However, amidst the commotion, nobody noticed that the game had only just begun.
The game I'm playing right now.
Oh, the end. Let's go, baby. My phone overheated again. What a perfect timing. Well, good. You know what? I need to figure out what's going on with this phone. In the meantime, I'm gonna save. Oh, wow. That took so long that my controller ran out of battery. Oh, it's not gonna work anymore. I'll just click on it. Links allowed? Let me permit it, Blade. I'm stuck in a questioning pose. There you go. Yeah, post a link. If it's a video, I will not watch it. But if it's just like, I don't know, a link to the exercises, I'll read it. This is me. This is me in my to be continued pose. Oh, wait, let's take a look. Usually when you beat Ace Attorney cases, there you go. You win a little bit of concept art. Oh, Edgeworth, did you get a haircut lately? You seem to have gone a little bit off the top. Where's your manly chest gone? All right, okay. We'll start episode 2 next week, y'all. But until then, I have had a very fun time. These are the vacuum pose. Hey, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know that guy. I see, where you're literally just sucking in your stomach. Man, that looks painful. I don't know if I want to show that. It actually looks like it hurts. Where are your arms? Where are your arms, Miles? All right, okay. I know where I'm going. I'm going to my room. Bum bum ba ba dum ba da ba dum. Can you ask one thing from the very start if it was referring to something before? Sure, Dylan. Just, yeah, go ahead and ask it while I'm still here. In the meantime, I'll just stare into the distance at Drip Chaos over there. Speaking of Drip Chaos, yeah, if you ever have any art for the stream, I will put it up in the room, as you can see. Just post it to the stream art section of my Discord, ow. Or tweet it at me and I'll put it up. Nothing new today, but art prompts will return next week. and I will start to call them monthly art prompts just because I feel like they deserve time to shine, you know? Because when I get too many, they can't fit all in the room, and I want people to be able to see them like weeks and weeks later. So yeah. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome, everybody. As usual. Well, first, there is no new art, but like I said, post it and I'll put it up. I'm thinking, if you want to get a head start, the prompt will have something to do with Ace Attorney, something to do with Edgeworth. I just don't know what yet. Maybe you can decide. But for now, thanks for being here, everybody. We'll continue this next week. Tomorrow, I will be playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on the PC port. That is totally legal. It actually is. Look it up. You know, the ROM might not be legal, but that's not distributed with the game. But besides that, thanks for being here. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitch to catch me live next time I play this or any other game. And, you know, stay clucky if you're going to sleep. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Links are in the chat starting now for the Twitter, Discord, all that good stuff. And, yeah, I'll see you around. Have a good night. Bye-bye, everybody.